Profits Monday Night Lights, featuring live racing coverage and handicapping at Assiniboia Downs. Be sure to visit the player portal at asdowns.com for free racing programs, weekly special events, and links to other great information.
Good Monday evening, everybody, and welcome to Monday Night Lights on Trust the Profits. I'm Jessica Tugwell, here with Tim, Riders Up Tim, and we're here to take you through the entire card tonight at Assiniboia. How are you doing tonight, Tim?
I am doing great. Ready to get some more Assiniboia. You know, they left us a little short last week. They had the weather delay at the end and then ended up canceling the last two races as I was sitting in first place in Stable Duel.
Right. We'll just continue the momentum on from there and probably, hopefully, continue to make a little bit of money.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
How much time do we got till this first race? What are we looking at here? About 15 minutes?
A little bit of time. 14 minutes. Yes, what I show.
Perfect. Thanks for checking in, Unlucky. Hopefully, be a little more of a lucky SOB tonight.
That's not exactly the screen name we want to see.
Right?
Change that.
Right? Who else is hanging out with us tonight? Go ahead and sound off in the chat. Make sure you pop a like on the stream on YouTube if you're watching over there. Let's we got a third member of our crew here.
Hello,
perfect
everybody.
Timing, Sean. Welcome.
How are you? Doing great.
How are you doing tonight? I'm good.
Ready for some Assiniboia and to end the night, Anna Kazana.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
You know, Sean, I waited all of last week to be able to set you up and let you say that in the last race. And we were just talking about how we lost the last two races and you didn't get to do that. So tonight's
Exactly.
tonight.
Exactly.
But at least you came back on Monday.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, the two races are actually back from the 6th and the 7th race from last week. They brought them back this week for Monday. So that was nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love it. Yeah, they brought most of them back. I think at least one of them I was looking, most of the horses are back, and then there are like a couple of additionals or something. So
I know, and no scratches tonight. So everybody is on board. It's great.
Yeah, makes it easy.
Little heavy jockey action. Somebody forgot to hit the sweat box. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But they say exactly. They still have time to get their teams in.
We got Todd in the chat. Thanks
you got your team in? Yes.
Yep, everybody in Stable Duel.
Awesome, wonderful.
Yep, are you doing the $5 game tonight, Sean?
Yeah, the 5 and the free. Yeah, exactly. Now I did talk about the Assiniboia, and Tim has they do have more money brought in now. Tim took the last 2 weeks. They did run out of money. That was partially why they canceled last week in race 6. It was part weather, part Tim took all their money. But they have new money brought in, so Tim is eligible to play again.
Sweet.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can take a little more.
Right.
Exactly.
Been on quite a run the last couple weeks here.
Unbelievable.
It has been a good run.
Yes. So exciting.
Let's see if we can carry that over to Saratoga this weekend. How about that?
Yes. Right.
How about the Diane this week? Is that a crazy race or what?
Look at it yet, but I can only imagine.
My girl Moira coming down from Canada.
Yep.
Not without a chance. Yeah.
No, that last race was solid.
I mean, to me, I was going through there and I was like, Moira, okay, Didia, Gina Romanica, White Beam. And it was like, it just didn't stop. Chili Flag. It's like,
right.
And of course, out of all the horses, Chad's got 5.
Naturally.
It's like,
honestly, we should just be thankful he only has half the field.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Do you want the Chad, the other Chad, the other Chad?
We need to get Colin to run that Chad Brown stat, whatever it is, where in graded stakes, 4-year-olds and up, a Chad Brown horse coming off of their best career effort or something. I can't remember exactly what his Raceland stat is for that, but it's been very good.
Yeah, exciting. And before we start, kudos to my boy Trickery.
Great.
Winning great. Endlessly needed that. They knew that he needed probably one race, and when he saw those pedestrian fractions, as Umberto said, he knew he was done halfway through the race when they were running so slow up front. He said, "I'm never closing into that versus this group." So he'll be back.
Exactly.
He'll be back, but his brother won, so that was great.
Yeah, good weekend for Oscar Performance.
It was. He was winning the last race at Ellis every day.
Uh-oh.
That's why I
I
kind of flipped that on there, because they were having trouble with that horse, and he was giving them a little bit of business. So,
or do we have a late scratch?
Keeping an
I
eye
don't know.
on.
I mean, he just now reared up a little bit, but I haven't seen him do anything super crazy. He's just a little anxious, and that's the 3 who is now the favorite.
That's the 3 of the 4. It's the 4.
It was the 3 that was raring up.
Oh, okay. Oh,
she's probably got everybody on edge now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4 had gone in, and then they pulled the 4 out when the 3 was acting up.
Oh, God. Okay. So everybody's kind of feeling a little
Everybody's
funky.
A little antsy. I mean, no barbed wire hasn't raced since last September, so
yeah, right.
Hopefully she's just feeling good.
Yeah, it's excited to be back with her friends.
Let me say, I hope so. Look at her. Woo-hoo.
Philly against the boys in here, which you see pretty often at Assiniboia, but yeah, 8-5 on this horse, though. I don't know about that.
No.
Yeah, I didn't expect 8-5 for sure.
I'm definitely against that. Bobby,
I liked her.
Yep.
I mean, she was 6-1 in the morning line.
And I figured we wouldn't get that price on her, but I don't know that I want her at 8-5. I was hoping 4-1.
Yeah, I have her on my stable duel team, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't bet. You're like at 8-5. That's not my cup of tea on that one,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if she had a start at the meet, I think I'd like her a lot more.
Yeah.
I like the sort of the transition from going from open into state bred company on that horse. I think that's a little bit interesting. But then you have horses who are dropping out of open maiden special weights. The 1, 3, and 4 are all dropping out of open maiden special weights rather than open maiden claimers. So,
wow.
Hey guys, I'm gonna throw the sound on this for a minute, and so you guys can double check and make sure you can hear it, because the last time I was trying to do this with the sound, I was having trouble. So
okay,
yeah.
I can put mine on if you need me to. By the way,
can you guys hear it or no?
Not if someone is talking.
Not if he's talking, but
no, there he was, and then there's music right now. So
oh yeah, maybe we'll have Sean pull it up then.
Yeah, let's do that, Sean. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and take mine out.
Nope, I can do that. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely, not a problem. Yeah.
Bobby likes 3-5 over 1-4 in here. Thanks for hanging out, Bobby.
Let me pull it right up here.
Carolina Moon and Michael Thornton also checking in. Appreciate y'all. Already got 93 people hanging out here.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah. Let me just see. I'm just gonna put this down.
It's very faint, but I can hear the music, so I think it'll be all right once there's actually.
I think the music is faint, but
the music is a little faint, but you can usually hear him. So okay, I'm gonna turn him off right now. Just
sweet.
There we go. Okay.
Todd says he's going to put win bets on every jockey whose last name starts with B. We got Bell. We got Ballroop. Thank you, Scott. Yes, everybody, smash the like button, tap the like button. However you would like,
Scott.
whatever degree of force you would like to use to click the like button, please.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Neil's in the house.
Subscribe. Hit the bell. Punch your monitor. Whatever you want to do.
Things.
Make sure you have a backup before you do that one.
So we probably got a little more than 5 minutes to this race, but let's
Yeah.
go ahead and talk about it here. 5-horse field. Sean, what were you thinking?
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked here. I'm on the 11 9th Street here, and I will tell you why in a second here. I like this horse. I was looking at this horse, Dawkins. Very interesting. You look at these horses. Tried open maiden last time. Really didn't run at all. Showed very little on the outside. But when he ran the last 2 times ago against the actual Ontario bred, I mean the Western Canadian breds, he came third with Dawkins, and that wasn't a terrible race to No Magic and Moving Rolls. So I thought the other horses, and they really haven't run. I mean, even like Banker's Day, he ran against, he came 7-6 versus his own group, which wasn't stellar. So I figured at 6-1, you got Gaskins, you got Dawkins, who I think is starting to finally figure out this track on how to ride. You know, the kid from Barbados, he's very talented, but I think he's had enough time now where he can get this horse. You know, so I thought of the price. I liked the 2. I did use the 3 for stable duel, but I would not like him at 6-5 if he does go off at that price. That's something I didn't. You know, he was my 3rd pick. I was 2-4-3 in this race, but I wasn't really sold on anybody. You know. So.
Yeah, I found it was a tough race to have a really strong opinion in. I ended up with the 4 on top, and my main angle here is he's got the bug boy up.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that they're just going to try and go to the front. And with horses at this level, sometimes that's all you really need to do is just get to the front. So that was my top pick. And then I liked the 5 for kind of similar reasons, a horse that's shown some speed. And then I liked the 3. I just don't know how I feel about her coming in off the layoff. But another horse who, relative to the field, showed a little bit of tactical speed in that last race. And has a little bit of a chance, can also come from behind if need be, but I was 4-5-3 in here, but I definitely hear your point on the 2, and I always like a horse adding Lasix too for your 2 there.
Yeah.
Tim?
Is it Tim? Yeah.
Yeah. So I did not. I couldn't get past the 4 dropping in here, you know, quite a drop down to the 7,500 maiden claiming from the maiden special weights. And you know, I get the class drop and why the horse would be favored in the morning line. But one thing, and I talk about this a lot, when a horse is dropping like this, I want to see at least that they're competitive when they drop. And if not, I'm going to take, you know, usually a horse that's in better form. Sometimes the form doesn't show in the way that we think it does. But for example, with the 3 horse, you know, the reason that I think this horse is in form is the amount of works that they've got for. I think that this horse fits in here very well. Really nice work. That one back on the 22nd of June, the bullet work there. These workouts, if you look across the board, and again, as we talk about a lot, not everyone works their horses the same, but I just think this horse really fits in well here. And for the first off a layoff, I'm going to give her a shot. The other thing was Rashad Knights doesn't really need his 5-pound allowance, but he's not getting it in here. If you didn't note the changes, he's 3 pounds overweight in all his rides tonight. So he's going to get 2 pounds in every race. And to me, that's no benefit. The horse that I liked under the 3, in between the 3 and the 4, I had the 4 third. I like the 1, Run Cyrus Run. I think this is another horse that really fits well in here. Maiden special weight dropping, but here's the difference. If you look at the 3 and the 4, both dropping in here. If you look at the 4, 8th by 14, 7th by 12. You look at the 1, okay, that last race, throw that one out, but look before that, the 5th by 8 and the 5th by 4. So the horse has at least been a little bit more competitive. I prefer a drop like that over a drop on the 4. So I was 3, 1, and 4 in here.
Yep. Yeah, that was very similar, Tim, to my thinking on the 2. You know, when the dropping back to the, or at least he came in 3rd. At least he showed some effort versus the other group. You know. Hey, Grandma. Grandma's in the house.
Thanks so much for subscribing, Grandma. I appreciate the little shout out.
Yeah.
Talk a
great
lot about
one, Greg.
pedigree over on hawkstonebloodstock.substack.com. If
Oh, wow.
you're really
I
interested
gotta
in
join
pedigree,
that.
you can.
I gotta join
Yeah,
that.
please.
Absolutely.
Comes regularly to my inbox.
Yep, every Monday.
Yeah, I gotta get it, girl. Just let me know what I'm doing. I'm there.
Yeah, just Google Hawkstone Bloodstock and it'll pop up.
Okay.
Or at least it heckin' should.
Yeah, exactly. Rodney's in the house. Mitchell's in the house.
Yeah,
Look at this. Everybody love it.
All right, folks, we're like sitting at 0 minutes here. Are we gonna?
Oh yeah, let me bring up the screen.
Wager
Yeah, how are we gonna bet this one?
$2 on everybody to win. That way we start out with the cash. So, what do you think here, Tim? You have been the hot man here.
Right. Yeah. Let's start off the night with him.
You know what? Let's do it. And my recommendation, and you guys tell me what you think, and we'll put it all together. I like keying the 3. I like the 3 a lot. I like keying her in an exacta with the 1 and the 4. So we could even add Sean's 2 in there. But you know, if you're adding 3 horses now, I think you get into the point to where I think you have to drop 1. So
sure, yeah.
In this case, maybe we drop the 1 who has now taken over favoritism in here. I do like that horse a little bit, but if we're going to drop 1, that's the one that I would drop based on the favorite. So 3 with 2, 4 maybe as a key box. So up and down.
That works for me.
Like it. That works perfect. Yeah, let's do that. And he's going from the dreaded hole too.
So that'll be $8. We'll do a $2 exacta key box 3 with 2, 4.
Perfect.
Yep. Rick Johnson, good luck, my friend. 1 3 with 1 3, 1 3 with 2 4 5 with 1 3. That was one of my things when I was looking later in the card with Yola. I said, "Oh boy, she's going to 6 furlongs, and she's got the dreaded rail post of death."
You know, I wanted to like Yola in there, and I just I couldn't do
I couldn't either. No.
All right.
Neil, I love it. No race form, but he's still picking the 3. Love it.
Sometimes that's the way to go at Assiniboia, honestly. Sometimes I feel like I have better luck just looking at the horses in the post parade.
I know.
It doesn't hurt for sure. You know, when I go to the races, I will never place a bet before I see the horses on the track.
Yeah.
Fair.
I just don't do it. I like to look at them in the paddock. I like to see them get out to the track, see how everybody looks, and then, you know, adjust from there.
Yeah. We got Keith, we got Mike W, we got Victor. Everybody joined in.
Awesome.
By the way,
147 people watching.
Yeah, that's so good. And
oh, did she freeze on this?
She froze up a little. Are you there, Jessica?
On one hand, it is.
Oh. Hey, Frank.
Is she freezing for you too, Sean?
Yeah, she's freezing. Yeah.
We have a celebrity in the chat.
Look at this. Look at this. The formula. Join it in. Hello, sir. Yeah, I mean, you could. It's amazing for next, right? You as a marathon runner are not supposed to do your last 2 quarters in under 12. You know, like you're supposed to go slower, not faster, and he did the last 2.
That horse is just so impressive.
And I admire his trainer just saying, "No, I'm not going to change him." You know.
Yeah, and you know, there was a horse that I liked underneath, so you know, I went with Next and Croupy, and then just did a $20 straight exacta in there and hit that the other day. I shared that to our group. You know, that was my first wager of the entire day, and I turned 20 into 100 and something. So
120. What a great hit that was. as you said, Naira just giving away money.
And how it's just like we talk about a lot, that's and I said it to our group. It's like that's how you bet and make money on a 2 to 5 favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And man, did he impress, man.
Yeah, and I completely agree.
You're frozen again, Jessica.
I might have to jump onto the other computer if this keeps
now
up.
You're good. Now you're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, now you're good. Yeah.
Very quickly, I love Next's pedigree. I would love to get a nice stamina influence like that into Kentucky or even, a regional program. Good son of Not this time. Love the influences on the bottom with again, Alphabet Soup, Easy Go. Lots of that Family One coming through with Next. So, but on the plus side, we'll get to see him race basically until he's done. So that's the plus side of him being a gelding.
Yeah. Absolutely. Jen's in the chat. Hello, Jen. Jen, what are you going to do at a track like Assiniboia? There is not a single ocho all night long.
I know. Oh, no. Frank Payne's got a $1 pick 3. 2, 3. 1. Oh, yeah. 3 with 2, 3 with 1, 4, 5, 6. Barry C in the house. 412 real stretch. How are you, Barry? Got everybody in the house. Great to see everybody.
What's up?
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in.
It's now post time. Let me bring up the sound.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good luck to everybody.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. We'll see who ends up actually favored. With the way the board looks right now, it could really be the 1, 3, or the 4 when they.
Yeah,
by the time they break.
Everybody coming down. Yeah.
Co-favorite is first into the gate. Next up, 11 9th Street.
Jen, a good day with Ocho, so that's good. Yeah, I hope Jen's feeling better. Is that Jen? Hope are you feeling better? Last time Jen was a trooper making it through with us.
2 left to load.
All right.
Anchor's Day.
Let's give that one the curse of the 1 hole.
Locks up and in. And now just waiting on Mr. Benji to the outside.
Yeah.
All right. We're rooting for the girl against the guys.
Yep.
Let's see her do it.
They're all set. They're at the post. And
Whoa, one came in kind of sideways.
Breaking a little slow was 11th 9th Street. On the inside, Run Cyrus Run. Showing the early speed with the filly No Barbed Wire to his outside. Banker's Day in a perfect position, watching the early action.
4 went off the favorite. It was bouncing back and forth between 1 and 3 and ends up being the 4.
And then
The 3 went off at 5 to 1.
9th Street.
Yeah, someone canceled that.
24 into the opening quarter.
Come on with that 3.
Across the track. Run Cyrus Run on the inside. No Barbed Wire in between horses. 3
She's
wide
fading a little.
Bankers.
Yeah.
Mr. Benji pressing 4 wide now.
Two's
And
kind of
11th
catching up.
9th Street, the rail wide open. Is trying to make a rally. 48 1.5 miles.
Wouldn't mind seeing this
You
5.
gotta come back inside.
Run, but coming up the
Yeah,
rail.
come on, 3. Come back inside.
Street,
Yeah, let's go 2, 3.
got on through for Sven Balro.
Whoa, look at this. Look at this all of a sudden.
This is crazy.
What is this?
But it's going to be
That's an Assiniboia race for you right there.
That is
Good.
a better race.
Everything that just happened in that race was
third and fourth to
the Assiniboia. 1 horse on the outside rail in the stretch.
The Dawkins, man.
So 2, 4. Good call on that too, Sean.
Thank you. And we have an inquiry.
into the running
I don't
of
know
race
what
number
happened in the
1.
back there? Something happened there.
The 2 horses I picked in stable duel finished 4th and 5th, so that's a good start.
Yeah, that one went really wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he take a couple horses out with him?
I
Because,
would need to
'cause
see
all
it
of a
again, to be
sudden,
honest.
all of a sudden it was like Noah's Ark cleared from my 2.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Just nothing
everyone
but
went this
room.
way. He went straight. Exactly. I wonder if someone hit somebody, you know?
There was the break too, where the 1 came out into the 2, but that isn't going to be a. That's
right.
not going to
That
be
one,
anything since the
right,
2
yeah,
won.
no. But he may have hit.
Honestly, it might have helped the 2 out in hindsight.
Yeah, but he may have actually hit the 2 and the 3. I don't know, like, because he just came straight in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is a wild,
Yeah, the horse was all over the place the whole race.
What was that?
2 looks like a happy horse coming back, though. Look at those ears.
He is, yeah. It's like he's very happy that wire came quickly for him. This is a kid that I'd start watching for the end of the meet. Dawkins,
Yeah.
once he kind of figures this thing out, you know. Thank you, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, friend? Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to keep an eye.
Yeah, see how he does. Yeah, going. Yeah.
I'd love to know what they're looking at here.
Charles B calls no change like Churchill. Churchill, you need to actually take the chair out and actually hit him over the head to pin him before they take him down.
Now
Okay.
in the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner here in race number 1, that's number 2, 11th 9th Street. 11th 9th Street is a dark Bayer Brown gelding, 3 years old, by Nonios. Out of the mare, Esther 414.
Here we go.
Let's see here.
Wildcat.
What
Owned by
the heck?
Amazing Racing, Larry Falloon.
What are we looking for?
Gaskin.
Okay, let's see.
Trained by Stephen
Okay, here we
Gaskin,
go.
And ridden to unofficial victory by Dame Dawkins.
Whoa.
A little bit of hurting from the 2?
Whoa.
Or no, that's the 1. Yeah, that's the 1
the
going out
one.
into the
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, the one.
But the 4 beat him.
Oh yeah.
But the
Okay.
4 beat him, so I don't know
Yeah,
what we're.
you looking. Yeah. Weird. Are they saying the 2 came out on the 4? Oh, it doesn't involve the 2. Okay.
Okay, then.
Okay, so let's see. That's okay. That's the one coming out in the 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And even then, I don't really know that. I mean,
Wow.
the 4 out finished the 1, so it doesn't matter, even if there had been.
Okay. The one got a hot dog, a beer, and still came in third. That's pretty good. 59% used the 3. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. I was in that group.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let's see here. Did someone cause this?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not even really seeing anything. Are they saying maybe that the 1 cut off is that the 5?
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm really not seeing anything here that looks like disqualification.
Figure out. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here. Unless they got the 5's way somehow. Let's see.
That was my second thought.
The 4 have gotten in the way of the 5 or something.
A little bit, but like I don't think that's a disqualification.
Yeah,
I do see now from that angle though. The 5 had to kind of alter course, but
right. Yeah, I don't really get what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm keeping the sound on. I'm just trying to see if he says anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't see anything other than the one going across, and the
The
4
stewards
beat
have
the ones
removed the inquiry sign off the board.
off the
There
board.
will be no change.
No change.
Okay, yeah,
This is-
that's good.
Number 211 Street
Clearly,
was
if the
race
one had
winner.
beaten the
Second
4,
went to number 4,
that would have
Baker's
been
Day.
that would
Third,
have been
number
reversed.
1,
You know what I'm saying?
Cyrus
Clearly, that would have been
Even then,
Number 5,
Right.
Mr.
I think the one was
Fancy.
clear.
And
Was
number
doing
six,
some
Because
goofy
way
stuff.
back,
CJ
way
Chef
back, he was.
sales grab.
Oh,
Mhm.
Because of the maiden breaking win, did receive a blanket presentation.
Alrighty.
The CTHS.
Got a $14 winner in the first race. Well
one is
done, Sean, with that
official
2.
In the upcoming second race.
Good for a $17.95 exacta and a $7.43 try for 20 cents.
Here in race 2, they'll go to post.
great job, Tim. Chucking out the one, and he chucked himself out. You know, he didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't even help. He chucked himself out.
Oh, you're muted, Tim, I think.
Oh, you did it, Tim.
Sorry. My mic picks up everything, so I have to mute it or otherwise it goes crazy.
Yeah. Well, let me get him off, by the way.
No, I was just saying, but the horses that came in first and second are the ones that we keyed with our horse, so we got nothing.
Yep.
But there.
Oh, we did not win. Oh,
That's
no,
all right.
That's right.
Moving on.
Moving on.
That's what we did last week. So
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. We
Yeah. Hi, Travis. How are you, my friend? Great to have you.
Thanks for hanging out, checking in.
what's up, Travis?
Love to have everybody here.
Yeah, thank you all for choosing to spend your Monday with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Todd, that's exactly what I was saying. Is that we keyed the 3 with the 2-4.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah,
have
we
the 2.
keyed. Yep.
Oh, if you
Yeah,
look at if you look at the bottom ticker, I've already taken our $8 out. We lost.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yep. Yeah.
That's all right. 5-horse field. We had to try and we couldn't box 3 in a 5-horse field, so
No.
had to try and take a stand with an opinion, and we're wrong. That's all right.
Exactly.
We
Dennis,
got Dennis checking
There's
in.
only one man that can spell hello with 1 L.
Yeah. Hello.
That's short for helicopter there, Dennis.
118 in Phoenix, Arizona.
118 and beautiful. Go ahead. Yeah.
I have enough problems with 98 today in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we were 95 today. Whew.
Too hot.
Good Lord.
Too
God.
darn hot. Yeah, exactly, Jen. Phoenix can keep that.
Yes, they can.
Wow, Neil's on vacation in North Dakota, only 2.5 hours from Assiniboia. He may have to make a trip up in the exactly.
Right?
But
What are you
did
doing in
guys
North Dakota? What is there to do in North Dakota? I don't think I've ever heard anybody say anything about North Dakota.
drive through?
All right, so we
Yep.
got one right
As
now.
Rodney says, on to race 2.
This is one of the strangest races I've ever seen right here. This race number 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of races like this for me tonight where I just have no clue what's going on.
Yep.
I ended up on the 3 dropping in here, but kind of just hoping that that something changes with that drop. Horse has a little bit of speed. The speed figures are just a little bit sharper than some of the others. So that was kind of very, very roughly, loosely liked the 3 on top. The 2 also kind of in a similar position. Both of them have a little bit of early speed, at least relative to the field. And then I thought the 4 was another horse who made a tiny bit of sense. Tim, what did you think?
Goodness. So I ended up on the 3 as well, and I just, the same thing with the 2, as I said with the 4 in the last race. It's just like I don't see the lines on this 2 that make me like the 2 enough, even with the drop, to do anything with that horse. So when the 3 is dropping and showed that, a little bit better in the races at the same level. So I don't know why the 2 is favored over, unless it's just connections, Buffalo and Cumberbatch. So I ended up on the 3. You can't leave the 2 out, but a horse that I kept going back to in here is I think there's an opportunity for a horse to finish at a price in here, and that's the 5 horse. The 5 horse in here is, if you look at the last time out, went 5 furlongs, then went to a mile in that mile race, and again, that was at a maiden claimer 5,000 level, but basically finished second and was placed first. So now all of a sudden is up against winners here for the first time, having not even finished first in a race, not crossed the wire first in a race. But that being said, I think that horse really has a chance to get at least underneath in the exotics here. So this is a horse that I just think really has a decent opportunity, if not second, at least in the try. So it's a horse I included in Stable Duel for that very reason, that I just think that this horse is pretty decent in here, and fits well with these. Although, when you look at all the horses inside, I could make a case for Guaranteed Delivery as well. It's just that I'm just not a Dane Dawkins fan, and Carl Anderson finishes underneath, but hasn't really done a whole lot on top so far this meet.
Yeah, fair. Sean, how'd you see it?
Yeah, I played 1 horse in Stable Duel, and I played the 5. And it's not honestly just because it's 1,000, right? I mean, as I said, I was actually talking privately with Rodney, like before and I said that the 2 was 9 to 5 in Stable Duel, right? The 3 is 5 to 2. Okay. 1 is over 2 at the distance. 1 is over 3 at the distance. So am I going to spend that type of money on a horse who has not won at this distance, right? No. If they beat me, then I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? I'll go on to the next race, right? The 5 is, as Tim said it exactly. It's amazing how he and I go like, what do you call it? This horse at least went to a mile and ran a good second. So none of us run well with this distance, but at least this horse ran a good second with Peterson, and since Peterson's taken over, at least he had a good race, So what do you call it? So I just used the 5 on top, and the 1 is actually 3 for the 3 in the money at the distance. So like, this is how bad this race is. But I just went 5, 1, and then I used 2 and 3. I'm sure the 2 and 3 can definitely win this race because they're dropping down, but that was just my theory on the race. It really couldn't, pick either favorite.
Where are you seeing the 1 being 3 for 3 in the money at the distance?
I think he meant the 4. I think he meant the 4.
Okay.
The 4. I'm sorry. I had the wrong race. So I
just
was
making
5,
sure I wasn't missing something.
Yeah, no, 5, 4, 5, 4, 2 is what I was. Yeah, exactly. Because the 4 is at least in the money all the time at this distance, and the 2 and the 3 are just over 5. So how can I use them? If they beat me, they beat me.
Yeah, Sean, you're having a little bit of mic trouble. I'm not sure if that's an internet or a microphone itself issue. But yeah, you are cutting in and out.
Maybe okay. I'll come back in. Do you need me?
See if it helps.
Yeah. Okay.
We might lose the feed for a moment, but
I'll get it back. I'll get it back. Exactly.
Yeah. Just see if it helps. If not, we might have to. Just deal with it.
Yeah. And I want to say it's his mic, because his feed and everything has been great, and was good on his feed. So I really think it's his mic.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, a loose connection. It could just be a unplug it, plug it back in, see if that helps.
And your feed has definitely gotten a lot better, so you're fine.
Good. Because yeah, my internet has been a incredibly rude friend the last few weeks. Trying to get that fixed, but fiance built me a new computer with a built-in Wi-Fi instead of like the USB. But then we had issues with the operating system, installing the operating system. So we'll see. Yeah, it might just be time for Sean to get a new mic. Dennis, you might be right, because I do think this has been getting worse the last couple weeks.
Dennis cannot be on here giving equipment.
This is also true. I'm pretty sure Dennis, like when he's been on, it's been like some dark room with like a laptop screen lighting his face.
With a 14.4 dial-up modem and a camera from 1982.
Yeah, it's interesting you guys are both on this 5, because I did not like the 5 at all in here. I just didn't. I don't like horses, especially tracks like Assiniboia. The horse didn't break his maiden, but also you break your maiden for 5. I kind of want to see you come back for 4 against winners. Not that this is a field of world beaters, though. So
exactly. I think that has a lot to do with it. When I look at the 2 and the 3, yes, definitely class dropping from allowance class. But as Sean was saying, you look at Assiniboia, they're both over. You look at the distance, they're both over. And that's not just wins, that's in the money at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's hard to like either one of them. The 1, really doesn't have a lot to show for at the distance. And the 4 is the only one that had a little bit. So yeah, I kept going back to this 5 saying, I know this horse really hasn't crossed the finish line first and won in that way. But I just think, and again, that was at a mile, as Sean mentioned. And I was like, now we're cutting back a little bit and getting spin up. He's been riding pretty well. And I'm not sure he's a win candidate in here, but I definitely like the horse to finish 2nd or 3rd here.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, we'll try this again. Hopefully it works. I don't know. I tried.
Yeah, appreciate the effort.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me put my thing back on the screen.
Yeah, sounds like you might just need to think about a new mic.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
It's still doing it, but that's all right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get a new mic.
Yeah, you're fine most of the time, and we can make it out. But as you start to talk in the longer passages, it cuts in and out a little bit.
Okay.
Actually, do you have noise cancellation on your mic?
I knew that. That's the question.
I'm gonna try turning off echo cancellation on your mic and see if that helps. Try talking now. Oh, now I think you're.
Hold on. Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, I guess it didn't help.
Echo.
Yeah, I guess it didn't help. Oh, and also the echo has not been canceled by doing that. All right. Well, it was an idea. It was a thought.
I see here. Hold on a second.
Oh, that actually.
Yeah, we're just trying here.
That sounds clear.
Does that sound better?
Yeah. We'll see how it continues, but
yeah. Okay.
We'll try it.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah, that does sound a lot better.
Does it sound better? Okay.
A lot.
Yeah. Whatever you did there, I think that.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. I'll just stay like this then.
Yeah, the 2 has good efforts at a mile and 40. This is 7 furlongs though, so that's why he's over 2 at 7, but has a win and a 3rd at a mile 40, and another 2nd going a mile at Gulfstream. So distance should be okay for the 2, you would think.
Yeah, you would think. Yeah.
But that last race at Assiniboia was pretty atrocious going the distance.
Yeah. Last week I went purple. So I think we're gonna have a little chat before the cocktail lounge on Thursday. We have our good friend, the technology guy, look at our computer and see what's going. I went purple last week in the cocktail lounge. So something happened.
Oh, I'm back. Rodney, I'll be doing the Sanford. Should be out on Wednesday, I think, is when I'll have time to record it.
Kevin Ploucha in the chat.
What's up, Plouch? Just back from Churchill Downs recently.
Yeah, it sucks. I was wanting to meet up and come to find out he was here exactly when I wasn't.
Everybody's missing purple, Sean. Oh, well.
Barry says he's going with guaranteed delivery because he had him in stable duel and then crossed it off, which is usually a sure win. I love those types of angles.
Yeah.
That's the I second guessed myself angle.
Yeah. Is Consecrete a gelding?
No, I'm
okay.
hoping he gets a chance somewhere like New York.
Yeah.
I think he'd fit well in New York with the synthetic coming around. He's got the kind of pedigree he's not going to be commercial, but there are things to like about it. Jimmy Creed, great value sire. And there's some really interesting stuff going on the bottom of Casa Creed's pedigree with horses like Farm Away and Bellamy Road, who can get some nice, decent horses. So I'd love to see him get a chance somewhere, just to try. He's a half to a graded stakes winner, Chess Dream. Riding with Biden is also under the second dam. So there's some quality there that you think he could pass on. So I'd love to see him get a chance, $5,000 New York Stallion type of horse. But I think he deserves a shot for sure.
You know where he could end up, which I would love to see? A place like Airdrie that kind of takes like the kind of like chance horses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe the big stables maybe pass over, because they're young.
Yeah.
Place, that'd be a good place for him, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see him somewhere like, where does Papa Cap? Walmack.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I could see him somewhere like Walmack, possibly, if he were to go in Kentucky. I think those are the types of farms he would end up at, though. Like you said, Airdrie or Walmack.
Yeah. Hombre with 100 points in the first stable duel race.
In the free game, in 8th place, Spin Nation. Hot Rod in 16th.
Dennis says, based on time form, it's a 2-horse race. You just got to smash the 2 and the 3. 2 every race in the past 15 races, except for 2, was above the par it takes to win this race.
That could be. Yeah.
So here's the $5 game. In first place, El Hombre. In second place, Spin Nation. In third place, El Hombre. In fourth place, me.
Love it. There you go.
Top 4.
All right.
Let's get a profit sweep of the $5 game tonight.
Sweep the profits. Exactly.
So speaking of profits, a different type of profit, how are we going to try and make money in this race?
Oh, $2 deck. Oh,
so we want to have the 5 underneath. I feel like we have to use the 3.
Yeah.
But as the favorite, it's tough to see how to make money.
Colin. 4 people in that game.
That is not true. There are 5.
Exactly. But yeah, this is I'm
actually there are 32, so not bad.
we could do like a tri key with like the 5 some like
That's exactly what I was thinking, Sean.
That's a good idea. I like that.
You know, somewhere in there.
So I think we key the 5.
Yeah.
And
with,
you know,
with the 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think those are the other 3 horses that you look at.
I think that's it. I mean, I really do.
Yeah. You know, Neil says wheel the 6 horse with the field. In this race, hey, anything could happen in this race. Exactly.
So if we did a $1 key 5 with 2, 3, 4, that's $18.
Yep. That's not a bad one.
What do we think?
Dan H, how are you, sir? He thinks the 4 stocks, the 2, 3, the speed backs up in the stretch, and the 4 wins. Okay, solid, yeah. It's never missed the board to this distance. Rick Johnson got 2, 3 with 1, 4. But should we go with that, Tim? Do you think? And try like the
I mean,
box?
it makes sense to me. I like it.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So let's do that. Victor, absolutely. I skipped the race tonight.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the free game, let me pull mine up again here real quick. So in the free game, I have horses in the first, the second. I have no horses in the third, and then 4, 5, 6, and 7. I thought that the third race was so close. I didn't and want to spend the money and for a horse that could definitely finish out of the money. So,
yep.
I thought it was that close that you could throw a blanket across just about everybody in there.
Right. Before we get to the post here, Jessica, you want to tell some people about the little Bluebird horse who will be running, right?
We got 2. We got Our Country going in Friday, and then I think St. Joe Bay, I think that's his name.
Nice.
I have the email. Is going to be running on Sunday.
Love
so
we've
got a couple that should be having. We should have a good start to the Saratoga meet. Think Our Country is going to need a race, but
yep.
Let me double check who else is. We've got opening weekend. St. Joe Louis is running Sunday, and I think he's live in there. Our Country should run a good race, but he's going to need one. It's his first race back off a layoff, so I think he'll need it, but he should put in a good showing of himself. And as long as he runs a decent race, he'll be set for a little bit later in the meet.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Curse of the 1 hole.
Yeah.
That's not a happy horse.
Not at all.
But by the way, I have an interesting theory tonight, right?
Yeah.
Because we all know I'm a huge Antonio Whitehall fan. He skipped the first 4 races. I think that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the 5th, 6th, and 7th, but not going through 1 through 4. So it's just an interesting,
Mm-hmm.
Unless he was just having difficulties getting in today or coming in late or something.
Yeah. Or something. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that it's just interesting to not see him in the first 4 races. I'm just saying that's
right.
An unusual pattern,
Definitely.
Either he didn't like these races or he, you know what I'm saying? Or,
See if they can get big and bold in here.
Oh, green sound here. Green sound here.
So Sean, what weekends are you going to Saratoga? Barry was asking.
I'm going the Jim Dandy weekend, the 25th through the 27th, and then I will be up there for the Whitney on the 3rd, right? Yeah, Whitney on the 3rd.
Yeah,
that's the week before I'll be there.
and I think I'm going to make the Whitney. Keith's going to be there for the Whitney. Colin's going to be there for the Whitney. Jessica
going the weekend after the Whitney.
Right? Is that the New York bread sale?
What's that?
Yeah, she's going for the New York bread sale. Yep. Makes sense.
And the Little Bluebird meetup. So
yeah.
Got to be there the weekend of the 9th and 10th, and can't afford to stay there for 2 weekends.
I got you. Yeah.
Will load with outrider Sven Balrup.
Angry Yankee in the house.
Now the 5's being a brat.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy to go into this gate tonight.
No.
Now they're just standing nicely at least.
Mekong goes, getting extra help from the gate crew, and a great job
All right.
getting him in.
We want this 5 to win.
Now just waiting on Mosey's on Main. The field is set. They're at the post.
Let's see if someone decides to go 3-4 wide like they always do.
And they're off. From the middle of the track, that's Giant One showing the early speed.
Yeah, 4 wide.
By half a length on the inside, big and bold. To the outside.
Actually cut over though, that 6 did.
Yeah.
50 to 1.
Get it by 2.
Look at this.
Back to second. That's big and bold on the inside. Sir Gusa pressuring.
Our 5 is going to have to do some work.
Yeah, no doubt.
6
like
more back.
dead last.
That's going to be guaranteed delivery and a long way back to Wickley Mekong Ghost. But it doesn't off the lead. 25 and 1. The opening quarter. And it's Giant One on the outside.
We better hope to see him in the screen soon.
Back to third, Sir Gusa with big and bold running as a pair. Guaranteed delivery, starting to rev it up with the rail ride. And well back to Wickley Mekong.
6 hasn't quit yet.
9 seconds, a half
Is
mile.
Is 6 going to win at 50 to 1? Did we pick the wrong long shot?
These two hitting the
Wow.
lane. And Mosey's on
We picked the wrong long
that
shot.
short
Right.
Is it 50 to 1?
And goes on by a late rally from Guaranteed Delivery. A 16th of a mile to go. And Giant One will coast to victory.
Close for second.
Hey, the 5 got up for 5th.
Between Mosey's on Main and Guaranteed Delivery. 4th to Big and Bold.
Who did I end up using in Stable Duel there?
I used the 5.
I skipped this race because I didn't want to spend money on anybody, and I didn't like the 5 or the 6. Unfortunately, the 6 would have been nice. Should have taken the 6 just for.
This is supposed to number 3, Giant One.
If we replace our 5 with the 6, then we hit the try.
We hit for.
To determine the place and show position.
We do all right if.
25 and 1.
Guess that 7 furlongs helped the 6 out a bit here.
I know, huh?
Time for the 7 furlongs. 129 and 3.
Now I'm trying to go back and figure out how anybody could have had that horse.
Oh, now imagine if Neil did this. Did you actually do this?
To number 1.
Neil said wheel the 6 horse
right.
in the field. Oh,
that was the move.
That would have been. I hope he did not do that. Oh my God. That's a bad beat, man. When you're 50
right.
3 to 5,
that was
you wheel 50 to 1
the
shot.
smallest of noses in second there.
Wow. That's one of those races. Like, good, Rodney, great job, picking the 3. But in the Stable Duel thing, I will gladly take my 10 points with the 5 over like a horse that's never done something that they haven't,
Right.
They hadn't won this distance, and 3 to 5 on a horse that hadn't won at this distance,
Yeah, I had those good mile and a 16th races a couple times, but not at 7.
No, so good for the connections.
Well, in the pregame, I had 3 and 5, so we should be all right.
Yeah. Oh, good. There you go. Yeah. That 4 and that 6 gave that 3 a run for his money.
Oh yeah, no, that horse is not going to be 50 to 1 wherever he shows up next.
No, absolutely.
I remember him in that the Ratliff City race. I feel like that horse was a big price and kind of came running late.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get on a row here.
Yeah, we need to.
Yep. We'll get it.
But that's what we're going to do now.
Yep. Right now. Yep. All we need is 1. Boom. We'll be set.
Just need 1 to get it started.
Yes. Let's see here.
Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 2, that's number 3, Giant One. Giant One is a dark bear brown gelding, 5 years old, by Giant Gizmo. Out of the mare, Just the One, by Tis Now. Owned by Final Stable and Club 3D Stable. Trained by Curtis Maxwell. And ridden to victory by Dario Dalrymple. Time for the 7 furlongs. 129 and.
I think I'm going to throw in a little pick 3 for 60 cents.
I like it. There you go.
I've got $1.94 in my ADW. So
I love it. There you go. Why not?
And I do quite like the 6 here in this next race.
What's up, John?
Hey, John. How are you, buddy?
Thanks for checking in, John. Yo, John, I did not receive it, so you might try sending it again. I thought I fixed my internet issues. Guess not.
10% of the people had the 6 in the stable duel. Wow. That's kudos to them.
36% had that 5. Only 23% had the winner.
Wow.
Back. Okay, cool. I'm back.
Okay.
Thought I fixed my internet, but apparently not.
Yeah, he was Bolden on the lead there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you had the 6 in the exacta right here, up and down. Oh,
brutal beat.
You're like, come on. You're like, we got this. We got this. We got this. Oh, no, we don't. Dennis has got a price this race.
I hope it's not the horse I like.
Who you got, Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis, who do you like in this race, Dennis?
I like the 6. It's not clever, but I felt like the horse just made a ton of sense. I love a horse, especially at Assiniboia. I feel like when these horses get on a roll, you just bet them, you just take them. And the horses basically had done nothing wrong at all in 3 starts at Assiniboia. She got beat ahead 2 back. Has to be in here for the tag because she doesn't fit on the conditions. But at this point, I think they're willing to lose her. They've made their little bit of Assiniboia money. Now they can take $10,000 and move on. So I just thought that JJ's American Diva made a lot of sense. Has beaten
Sure.
a couple of the others in here already. So I was just going to stick with that. I don't think the extra half a furlong is going to be an issue.
No,
As far
very
as
solid, yeah.
underneath, I could see any horse finishing second to her in here. They're very evenly matched. But I felt pretty good about the 6. This was the horse that I ended up just kind of basing my stable duel around tonight.
Yeah. Tim, who did you like here, my friend?
Well, Dennis said he hopes that I do not like the 2, and absolutely I do not like the 2. Sean will probably remember when Matt was on the last time and Russian Pearl was running, I was actually talking about this horse burning my money and how that horse that day was the favorite. And I was like, I'm fading this horse because I did not like her at all in that race. And she finished 4th of 4 as the favorite.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't like her. I think she's on her way down. And I just don't think that even Rashad Knights and 2 pounds is going to help her tonight. And by the way, for those that just joined, Rashad Knights has a 5-point allowance, but he's 3 pounds over tonight in all his mounts. So you're only going to get a 2-pound weight break, which is really nothing. The thing about the 6 to me in here is the outside post position. This horse is going to want to get up and to go to the outside and have to have all the speed that the horse is going to have inside. I think it might be caught wide a little bit. I think that's a horse that is potentially going to have to use, and we know how wide they love to go here at Assiniboia. So I think that the horse might end up getting a really wide trip and be beatable in this position. I can absolutely see the horse winning, but I think we can beat this horse. A horse I'm going to go to in here is the 5 horse. I actually added this horse to my stable, and I got a notice that the horse was in and running tonight. And this is a horse that I've been watching for a little bit. I thought last time out that this horse could potentially do something, ended up finishing 2nd in that race. But I kept her in, and I think that going from 6 furlongs now, stretching out to 7.5, I think this is a great position. The 1's going to show speed. The 6 is going to show speed. If they hook up in a speed duel, I think it's very likely that the 5 picks up the pieces and wins this race. Another horse that I like, when I was talking about the last time when we were talking with Matt about Russian Pearl, the horse I liked in that race was Catch the Dream. Catch the Dream got a really bad trip, and then Tarasenko tried to come up the rail and actually had horse to do it, but the rail is not the place to be at Assiniboia. It's dead down there. You got to get outside a little bit. So couldn't close up, but I think that's another one with a chance. So in here for me, I'm 5, 3, and 6.
There you go.
Okay. Sean?
Yeah, I'm on the 4 here, Spun Line, Bino, and Jared Brown. They're like 26% together. The kid Dawkins rode this horse 3 times, and last time came in the 3rd as the favorite, 4 wide, and it was a 3 wide bid. So I find this interesting. Dawkins, as I said, is starting to learn this track, and maybe last time he rode a little bit better, but now Jared goes back to Bino, which I think is good. So maybe he's finally got this horse in the right path, if you will. And I think that with adding Deshaun onto this horse makes him even stronger. So I was 4, 5, and 6. I had to just for stable duel. I'm with Tim. I'm a little worried about this, but Russian Pearl at 9 to 5 or 2 to 1 is a terrible bet. At 8 to 1, he's not a terrible stable duel inclusion if he can find his way back to running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So stable duel wise, I used the 2 and the 4, but and hoping that Russian Pearl can find their way back, at least to the middle of the pack, but yeah, I was 4, 5, 6 in this race.
Hey, let me answer Dennis's question here. He said, Jessica, does it concern you JJ's American Diva's not in the Gorno barn with the same owner? He is, Dennis. Gorno is actually suspended. So this is Lee Delaronde is one of his assistant trainers. So he's in the Gorno barn.
Yep.
Now, the fact that Bowdry chooses to go with the inside horse Dazzling Gold is a little bit interesting, but I'm also not super concerned about that. And that is a horse who I think would probably be my second choice in here, maybe third choice behind the 4. Just, again, a horse with a little bit of recent form who's shown an affinity for the distance on the inside with the 1.
Yep. Barry C is boxing the 2, 3, 4. Dan is actually 1, 5 running out early.
Yeah, I kind of thought the 5 was going to be one of the ones to show a little bit of speed in here, second time with the blinkers.
Yeah. This is a fabulous setup race, you know? Interesting how this race sets up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've kind of seen 1, 5 going out to the front with Russian Pearl and the 6 kind of in behind.
Yeah, yeah.
Russian Pearl can get out there and go 24, which for the Assiniboia is enough to get you to the front.
Yeah. 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 This is a fascinating kind of like jockey's race. You know, who will be where, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why you're seeing right now, by the way, this is a Woodbine race, 9-2, 4-1, 9-2, 5-1, 4-1, and 5-2, because nobody knows who's going to be where in what position. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, back to the point that who was it that made it earlier that was asking the question? Victor in the chat about skipping a race in stable duel. This is exactly why I skipped this race in stable duel, because you have the potential to pay a lot of money for a horse that gets you 10 points because they're all pretty fairly even in here.
Yeah.
So you could, if I was picking a horse in this race and I almost went this route, I would pick one of the cheaper horses, thinking that if the horse wins, great, but he's as competitive as anybody else in here, he or she. But I just decided to skip the race for that very reason.
Right. Now this is interesting.
If you look at Curtin Stretches their pick 5 in the first race. So 3, 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 4, and 6. So they're all over the place. So they've got all the horses covered.
Yeah, exactly. Bobby's got 6, 1, 5, 2. Yeah, I'm with Rodney on this one. The 4 is at 5-1 is definitely worth a cross bet in my mind. The way this race sets up, if you have like 3 horses go out, if the 4 can kind of be, you know, anywhere behind them closing, you know. It's a fascinating race. Look at the pick 5 pool, huh?
Yeah, if you have an opinion in here, I feel like you're getting a fair price.
Yeah. Look at their pool, though. The jackpot, huge. It's almost 300 grand.
I will play the pick 5 at Assiniboia when it becomes a mandatory payout.
Fair.
But by the way, I have to say, did anyone see the Delaware races at all today?
I watched a couple of them.
Yeah, that was a great the race between the 2 fillies. They threw it down, you know.
Yes.
But Jess will so agree with me. There's one angle I absolutely love about the Mid-Atlantic, and I will write. Nobody rides Shug McGahee horses better than my girl Forrest Boyce on the turf. She always rides for him better than anybody else, you know. And she came in second again today in the stakes race at Delaware at long odds. You know, anytime she's on Shug's horse, I just have to put her in, you know.
Fair.
Yeah. And I messaged her. I told her, I said, he should put you on every horse he has, you know, on the
right.
turf. Catch the Dream, looking good.
Now
Horse
that
is
looks
looking
like
good.
a hard spun, tanky
Yeah.
horse there. Reminds me of Reload.
Yeah,
Amazing the
great
career in
point by
Canada.
Dan, and I totally agree that you're never going to hit a jackpot at a racetrack to where the fields are so small like this, which is why I don't like jackpots at a track like this. I don't like jackpot wagers at all. I don't play them unless they're mandatory payouts. But you're just the chances of it actually hitting in with fields so small is not good odds for me. I'll pass.
Right. Let me take this one. This is great. So Emma Jane Wilson is $11,240 behind Julie Crone for the all-time winningest in earnings, right? And she tried to do it this weekend. She couldn't. Now she has a race in the first race on Thursday that we won't be on for because it's 450. But if she doesn't win that one, in the fourth race, how cool would this be for Woodbine fans that follow? She rides for Roger Atfield and Charles Fipke. And Roger Atfield, for anyone who knows Emma Jane Wilson, is like her second dad. So how cool would that be to break the record on Roger Atfield's horse, who she rides, Lady Spatesphere and Cheryl Spate and all those, that would be so cool for her to break the record on Roger's horse.
That would be fantastic. And for Fipke too.
Yeah.
Love those Chuck Fipke horses.
So
all right.
2 minutes to host. Here we go. Frank's got a $2 pick 3, 5 with 1 with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 3 and 5, 3 through 5. Is that what he's got? Then 1, then 2. Okay.
So what are we doing here? 6 getting bet down. I liked that 5 to 2, but 8 to 5 a little less appealing.
Tim, any opinions?
I mean, I've kind of stated my opinions as far as the way that I saw the race, but that doesn't mean that it's like I said, the reason I skipped this race in Stable Duel is because I can make a case for every horse in this race.
Yeah.
That, and I literally think that it's that wide open. The 3 is the one horse that I didn't like much at all. But other than that one, I think the other 5 can all win.
Yeah.
I think my 4 at 9 to 2 is tremendous value.
I think that's kind of the value in the field for sure. Looking at, it was beaten a length and a half by the horse who's 7 to 5 right now, but you get 9 to 2.
Yeah.
I think that would be the horse I'd kind of want to key in on here.
Yeah, exactly.
What are our exacta probables look like?
I'm going to just take this off just for 1 second. One second. Yeah. No, I'm going to put it right back up. Sorry, my friends.
The smallest dollar payoff with the 4 on top is $9 for 4-6. 4-3 is actually the second best, which is interesting to me.
Yeah, it's interesting in here because the double will pays actually have the 2 Russian Pearl, which I don't like at all, and then the 4, and then the 6, and then in the pick 3 will pays you've got 4, then the 2, and then the 3. I'm sorry, then the 5, then the 3, then the 6. So in the pick 3, the 6 is 5th of 6 horses.
Interesting.
Grandma is asking for the 8 ball. Grandma's going with the 8 ball to tell her who's going to win this race.
Right.
Very, very good, Grandma. So what do we think here, guys? Should we do like a key? This is possible race for a key.
You know what, Sean? This is the kind of race, in my opinion, to where you kind of pick a horse and play it flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the 4. I think it's 7-2. The 4 is pretty bad. You want to just go 5 to win a place in the 4?
Let's do it. Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah.
Although
let's do that.
6-1 on the 1 is also not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah.
But in the 2 minutes before they go to post, those odds could completely change.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There you have it. The Trust the Profits official bets a $5 win in place on the 4. Mario, buy now.
I might keep an eye. I ended up throwing a little bit of money on. Might keep an eye on the odds on the 1.
Yeah,
It's
6
to 1. That's a win place bet for me on that one.
Yeah.
The craziest thing to me in here is that the 1 in both the double and the pick 3 is last in the wheel pace.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't like the 3 at all in here. I do like the 1, but I don't like the 3 and as much. And it's wait, what just happened here? Something just happened.
Did something happen?
No, I was just looking at for some reason on my ADW, the jockey on the 3 just went TBA.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Huh.
Double check mine.
That's weird.
Mine is showing Dawkins, which is not what I have on my past performances.
It's so weird. Yeah, and I just refreshed it and it's still showing the same. So.
Let's see, post time still 6-1. We'll throw a little win show. Dennis says the track feed says Dawkins, so that's
right.
probably
I know
why
it was Tarasenko. It was Tarasenko in the morning line, and I don't know, or on the program, and then but Dawkins there. But it's just weird to me that in the ADW they still haven't corrected it. Normally they do.
Yeah.
Whose time was 12 minutes ago?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, they're a couple over.
Tonight is their tribute to Chucktown.
They've been doing this the last couple of weeks though. So
yeah. Selling some extra hot dogs and hamburgers at the grill with the nice weather.
Right.
Nothing wrong
we did
with
have that inquiry that took much longer than it probably should have in the first race.
Yeah.
We have the sound on.
Oh, yeah. Let me see it for you. Thank you, host.
They're all set. They're at the post.
And they're off.
And they're off. From the inside, Dazzling Gold and Russian Pearl. These two go out to capture a piece of the lead. JJ's American Diva moving up, and it's going to be packed 3 wide into the first turn.
What happened to the 5 at the gate?
Right.
Yeah, something that, yeah.
Yeah, because the 5 normally gets out.
Going off favorite, of course.
The battle on the front through the opening quarter of 25 and 4. It's
25 and
American
4.
Diva. Now a neck in front. Russian Pearl to the inside. Dazzling Gold has now switched 3 wide. 4 wide bid from Sunline. Biding time. That's Catch the Dream. Only 3.5 away. And I've Got All Night is the trailer. The half mile in 51 seconds.
51 seconds.
Pearl now pokes ahead in front. JJ's American Diva in an all-out drive. 3 wide, Dazzling Gold trying to reel them in. Spun line 4 wide, and Catch the Dream is going to be looking for room.
All right, let's get this one home.
Ahead of the lane, and it's Russian Pearl.
Come on, 1.
Through 3 quarters and 15 and 4.
You can beat Russian Pearl.
Outside, Dazzling Gold. Catch the Dream trying to thread the needle, but it's Dazzling Gold and Russian Pearl to the wire. these two, and Russian Pearl.
Well, I had Russian Pearl in stable duel at least,
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me
along
too.
with like 46% of people or something,
Yeah.
47%.
To JJ's American Diva.
Would have been all right.
Russian Pearl for Tim is the Tyler Gaffilione of Assiniboia. When he uses them, he tanks. But is that what?
I haven't used him in a while.
No, that I'm just saying. Yeah.
On Stewart's inquiry into the running of race number 3.
Let's see the 2 get taken down and placed second. I would be okay
No,
with that.
I'm telling you, I think they have to almost say that it's no contest for the 5. I think they held that horse in the gate. That was weird.
Yeah, I want to take another look at the start there.
Exactly.
Requested a photograph to determine the winning horse. They went the opening quarter 25 and 4, the half 51 seconds.
Bobby, so close.
115 and 4, 7 furlongs, 128 and 3. Time for the 7.5 furlongs.
Yeah, they crawled in this race.
Yeah, that was, I mean,
slow.
So this is going to be a race, which is great. Now put this in your memory notes, everybody, right? That the next time Russian Pearl runs, he won. You know, so everyone, if this held up, right? And everyone's going to think, oh, he's back now. And all of a sudden, if they run anything even under 130, like 1-2, he's toast, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Pearl. Second goes to number 1, Dazzling Gold. Third to number 3, Catch the Dream. And fourth to number 6, JJ's American Diva.
Barry's hoping to take down the 1.
Please don't. I at least need my little show.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I would win show on that horse. So
yeah.
Exactly. I mean, you can place her behind the 3.
Yeah.
Now,
when the 5 didn't get out, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because the 5 should have been out there on the lead. So something definitely happened. Because I mean, even at the start, the horse didn't even show up in the picture forever.
Right. Yeah. Right.
That happened in the gate.
Right.
Yeah, I hope we get to see the.
Trained by Devin Gittins
Oh,
and the victory.
they weren't happy.
I've
never seen people fight after a win.
Number 2, Russian
Okay, so this is the 3 who gets like squeezed somewhere in the.
And Dennis Huberto.
Let's see.
I mean, at this point, the 3 is just trying to go into a space that doesn't exist.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 came out into the.
Yeah.
3 came out into the 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No.
And then he ran up. He ran up on the back end of Russian Pearl.
Yeah. Exactly. I was gonna say,
Look,
first he bumps the 6.
Watch after they cross. Watch after they cross the finish. Watch Rashad Knights look back because he hits his horse. Watch right here.
Oh, the 3. Okay, so
right
it's the 6
Watch.
on the 3. It's the 6
right there.
on the 3.
Oh yeah. He's like, what the?
It's the 6 and the 3. That's what it is. Yeah, because the 3 comes right into the 6.
The 3 came out into the 6.
Yeah.
Trying to make room that just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I would take that for stable duel so I could get first and third.
Yeah. You have this. Oh, you have the 6 too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I have the 2 and the 6 in stable duel.
Yeah, 6 was 2-1 all the time, and then all of a sudden went up to 4-1.
Yeah. I'm glad because I would end up spending money on a win
race. Our 4 was the favorite, and then Russian Pearl by the end. We must be using Betfair odds right now. You can bet this.
This is exactly why I did not play this race in stable.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even take the winner in here and really do anything over anybody else because so many people had the winner. So
right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Firsty. Hello, good sir. How are you? It was great to see you. Over 270 people tonight. Thank you, everybody.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
The 3 bounces off the 6 first.
But he actually watch how he comes up behind the 2. It's like he really had to pull his horse up because I thought he was going down.
Yeah.
Watch right. Oh.
Yeah, right there.
He was like leaning back on the horse.
Yeah, he runs into the 2.
He does. Well, you can tell he hits him because Rashad Knights looks back. Like,
And
what is going on?
the 2's not taking a bad line. He's just staying. He's just running. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not
like
the
he
2
got
and the
in his
1.
way,
It doesn't affect the top 2. But the 3 could definitely come down for the 6. And probably should.
Yeah, he was trying to find room and just had nowhere and tried to make it, and that's you don't do that.
Yeah.
Not good.
I would not mind that at all. That would make me feel a little bit better about my handicapping in this race.
Keith is happy. Keith's a Russian
Official,
Pearl fan.
no change.
Yeah, no change.
Ladies and gentlemen, after reviewing the films, the stewards have removed the inquiry sign off the board.
Wow.
2,
I'm
1,
shocked
3,
the 3
and
stayed
6.
up from the 6.
I am too.
Now official. In the upcoming 4th race, the Renee Gray Eyes,
Now I can turn it off. Yeah.
President and CEO
That's crazy.
of Indigenous Chamber of Commerce race.
Whoa, how many names? They just had like 8,000 names in the what this next race is for. So if you had that exact, a nice exact, $48.
We got to turn this around because
We do. Yeah.
That's another 10 off the bankroll.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
Lowest we've been in a couple weeks. Let's go.
I know. We haven't been low for a while. Exactly. 47% used the 2, 42% used the 3, and 17 used the 1. Okay. Wow. There you go. Who knew? Okay. But we are going to turn this all around in this race. This would be interesting. I want to quickly listen to this, see if we can listen to what they say.
Is the inquiry tape from race number 3. Pay special attention to in blue on the fence, on the rail, just behind the one in white. And on the inside of the one in black, this is the pan side shot at the head of the lane. Let it roll from here, guys. As you see, keep an eye on that one in blue, threading the needle on the inside.
Oops. Yeah, of course it would kick out right when I did that. Okay. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know why it does that. Let me see if we can get it back up here.
Has nowhere to go on the outside, obviously, with the 6 on the outside. 2's in front. As he comes through the wire, does clip heels with the 2 horse, but it was all on his own.
Yeah. He ran right into his own,
Yep.
Yeah. And the 2 ran an entire straight path the whole time. You can't disqualify a horse for running straight, 2 never lost his path, Yep. Still a lot of races, Keith. Yep. We're going to win this one coming up here. Race 4 coming up. Always exciting. Okay. Oh, the fan of the night, Stephen Kang. That's Stephen Kang in the South. Stephen Kang. This one. Congratulations, Stephen Kang. Fan of the night. So we have 13 minutes, Tim, until race 4 here at Assiniboia, and you're gonna help us get back onto the winner's circle.
We are going to do it this time.
Yes. And we have a field of 7. Let me check here. Thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. This is again one of those things where they said, they say the small fields you can't win money. Yeah, no, you can. Absolutely, you can. It's not a, look at that race right there. Everybody used everybody. 20-cent super paid $48, which a lot of combinations. Oh yeah, Tim, I just saw the replay. The jockey was off on the 5. He slipped out of the gate. So yeah, Crazy. Okay, so now we go. Here we go. Yeah, he lost his balance. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Okay, so we got 11 minutes to race 4. Let's see what the conditions are here. Okay, race 4. All right, this is a makeup race from the last week. This is what our 6th race last week would have been, when poor Tim was 1 and 2 in the stable duel, and they canceled him because they had no more money to pay him from all his wins. and exactly. So this is an interesting race. Anybody in stable duel, I said this last week, and I'll say it again. With the odds here, 12-1 on Drop a Caribou, I think is a bit high. I didn't think you were going to get that anyways. In this horse, this horse, every time he's run without blinkers, runs well. For some reason, the trainer decided to put blinkers on him 2 weeks in a row, and he clearly told him, I want no part of this whatsoever. So now he brings the blinkers off. So one would hope that horse would round into a little bit back form that he had last year in this race. Who are your top 3, Tim, in this race?
So in this race, I think we have the potential for a little bit of a speed battle up front. When they go out, I will, let's see, who did I have? So I've got the 2 and the 4 in here as probably wanting to show a little speed. Yola, it's possible, could show some speed, although Yola stalks a little bit, but also it being in that one hole. Interesting with that horse, but I'll talk about that one here in a second. But I think 2 and the 4 are going to be the speed battle out front. The horse that I liked on top in here that I think if the speed backs up a little bit, that could pick up the pieces is the 7 Big Investment. The interesting thing about Drop a Caribou is that Cumberbatch had been riding that horse, and he's riding the 7 in here. This is he and Jared Brown. That's the usual combination there. I think that this horse has a big chance in here, and I like the 7 a lot. The 5 Drop a Caribou, I saw exactly what you did, Sean, and the blinkers. I mean, you look back to last year. I mean, first. A horse won like 6 times at Assiniboia. So definitely did not deserve being a morning line of 12-1 and sitting here at 5-1. I think that this is definitely a horse that is going to play a part underneath. And then I think Yola's another one that if the 2 and the 4 are the ones that show the speed and back up a little bit, New Barn goes in to the Gorno barn with Delaron up and Chabby and Chow getting aboard. Yola's definitely a dangerous horse. I'm just not convinced that this horse is going to win until I see how how the horse does under the new barn. But he's got a shot in here, and we'll see what happens. Chow is starting to heat up a little bit now that he's here at Assiniboia. So I think it's definitely the potential to finish in the money here. I was 7-5-1.
Yeah, Faith likes UCC. How are you? My friend likes the 2 Lucky Luke win play show. Bobby D has the 1-3 and the 4-7. The one thing I tried to like Yola, you know what I mean? Because it's always an honest horse. But there's 2 things I didn't like. Number one, it's the 1 hole, which I don't like anyways, right? The other thing is and Grandma, thank you so much for joining us, my friend. Always a pleasure. Love to see you. You're welcome anytime, my friend. And that going in 6 furlongs. I think Yola loves to win at 5 furlongs. I don't think they're great at 6 furlongs, you know, and so I don't really know like what this horse will do at 6 furlongs if it doesn't get the lead. So, you know what I mean? So,
right.
I mean, obviously the horse has a chance. And I think the fact, because I usually see either Stretch or Kurt always have Yola on the top. The fact that they're in 3rd on both of their picks, I think speaks volumes there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. Third at best.
Yeah, but I could be wrong there. Mike Casano, how are you, sir? 1, 3, 5, 6 try box. TM.
You know, the thing about the 3 in here, I like this horse a lot. Gold Special beat Yola in that race the last time. But the thing about the 3 is the 3 is a definite closer. Is probably going to be sitting at the back of all of these potentially.
Right.
And we haven't seen a horse close tonight.
Yeah, no, right, yeah.
So you got to be on the front.
My 2 did in the first race. The 2 did in the first race because everyone went way wide and the sea parted, you know. But that was the only race, you know. And TM says 4 loves the 6 furlongs and has won 4 out of 6 of the distance. Good value at 8-1. I can't disagree with that one at all, you know. Dennis is I'm on win place on the 7 exact and trifecta box 137, and Bobby D has 2 to win on the number 4 and the 5. Yeah, and Barry Pryan likes the 2 Lucky Luke win places. So a couple of people going across on the 2 here, Tim. Lucky Luke. Good luck to everybody. Renee Gray Eyes, 6 furlong race here. There she is.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries, my friend. No worries. Yet we got the field
Unplugged.
here going.
Accidentally unplugged everything. And then my computer didn't like it.
Jess,
So what do we got going on here?
Yeah, who did you like here in race 4?
I was on. Well, this is the Drop a Caribou. We talked last week, even though we never got to see him about Drop a Caribou. And then I liked the 3 on top in here, Gold Special. Just a horse who got the job done last time. And again, I like horses who are in form at the meet.
Let me take this down for a second here. I see what's going on there with their feed here.
See, I can't get my background to blur, but I can sure get my camera to not focus.
All right, they're back now. Okay. They're on their end. They're having some problems. But they got their picture back. Victor would box the 4 and 5 and both to win. Do we have the sleepy pick coming to join us? Could this be live from Boston, Massachusetts?
What's up?
Look at this.
Hey,
The
Colin.
Sleepy Pick
What's up?
has
What's
joined
up?
us.
How we doing?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I see Trusty in the chat. Dan, Victor. It's been a while since I've been on a live stream, and I just finished taping Doubling Down for opening weekend at Saratoga. So while I'm sitting here, I
love
said
it.
I'm going to jump in.
Love it.
What
Absolutely.
two races did you do? The
We
Diana.
The Diana and the Sanford.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Yes.
Love it.
Diana's tough. Who'd you have on with you?
None other than Matt DeSantis himself.
All right, I like it. I thought you might do that.
He was giving me I was teasing him because I said, Matt, I'm watching you put out all this content left and right. And first of all, I haven't seen my name or my appearances on your show, so I'm mad about that. But then I said, well, now you're just teasing me by putting out a Naira Bets Betting 101, how to bet the daily double. So I took that as a little personal dig. So I said, Matt, you're going to come on now and let's see how good you are at betting the daily double right away. Let's put that content right to good use.
There you go. Mike Casano just booked his Whitney back to Saratoga.
Everybody is going for the
Opening
Whitney.
weekend as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jessica's gonna have to find a friend up there, and she's gonna have exactly. Yep.
Come on up. Tim, are you coming?
Right.
I think it's gonna work.
Who's got a
out,
room
so-
for me?
Yeah.
I wish I could say I did, but I'm already sleeping on the couch.
Little Bluebird needs to put you up for 2 weeks.
That's right. I'm trying to find. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at these races at all. How are we doing tonight?
We haven't done great tonight, but
No.
all we need is one. What are we
We're
doing
off.
this race? Speaking of?
We're off.
Who we
The
got
odds,
here?
by the way, dropping on Drop a Caribou.
Yeah. I don't know. 9-2 is getting a little bit short. I mean, obviously the angle here is the blinkers off, but we
Yeah.
still don't know for sure if this is the same type of horse he was last meet.
Right.
Was it just the blinkers that made that much of a difference, or has he gotten slower at 5?
Right. Yeah.
Or,
That's
is he
the
not,
question. Yeah.
or is he not thriving in the Elton Dickey barn compared to how he was doing with everybody else?
Sure.
At 10, 12 to 1, you just assume it's the blinkers and you take him. 5 to 1 is like right about the playable range for him, I feel like.
Yeah. By the way, I missed Mike Gusano at the Belmont. So, Mike, please find me on Whitney Day, please. If I can say hello.
I missed everybody on Belmont Week. You get up there and you're like, have all these plans. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to say hello to everybody. And then you get in the mix and the races start going. And you're like, there were so many people I didn't want to. Once I left my seat on the Saturday, I went down to go to the bathroom and I was planning to go see my dad, who was down by the winner's circle. I saw my dad when I walked in with you, Sean, at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was like 4 o'clock. I'm like, man, I haven't seen my dad. I'm going to go back there. And I started to walk back and I made it about, I don't know how long I made it. It wasn't far. And I went, I'm going back to my seat because there's just too many people to try and navigate your way through.
I got 5 texts from my friend Colin Sheen saying, "Where are you now?" And I kept telling him where I was, and I never saw him.
Good time though.
Yeah.
And that was the smartest thing I did, was buying those reserve seats. It was very smart move on my behalf.
Yeah. Neil was distracted. He's back and he has no clue what his bet is. What is our bet, by the way?
Yeah, I'm not sure what anybody else thought in this race with my computer issues.
Yeah. Tim, what was yours? Were 715?
751. Yep.
751. Want to just box those? I kind of you would like the 3, but you like the 3, didn't you, Jess?
I like the 3, yeah.
Yeah. You want to box the 753?
Works
What do
for
you-
me.
Exact
What is
exact
Try
or
calling?
try.
Exacta box, you think?
Exacta. Because I feel like leaving the
Yeah.
one off is already a little scary, but for the try, that's
Exactly.
asking a little much.
Yeah.
$2 exacta box.
Yeah.
357.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Colin, are we going to get a sleepy pick from you tonight?
We're only in race 4. I doubt I'll make it. So how many races are there?
7.
We'll see. We'll see. This was totally unplanned. We'll see. We'll see how long we get. I'll give a sleepy pick of whatever race is going to be my last. How's that?
Okay,
It'll be
there
the
you go.
Colin is sleepy pick.
That's
Right, the Colin is sleepy. Yeah, exactly.
That's how my day goes. So I'm going to start looking at race 5 so I can be more hopeful.
Dan H has got a pick 4-3 with 4-6 with 3-5-7 with 2. Good luck, Dan. Over 300 people tonight. Thank you to everybody joining us tonight. So
Okay.
appreciate it.
Thank you
That
all.
must have been my retweet because we just went from 150 to 303. So
That see the power of
missed
CHN.
they missed me, Sean.
Exactly. Yep. Absolutely.
And I missed this. It's been so long.
Right.
Hi, Keith.
Rodney's got a daily double here at 5-5. Oh, let me get the sound here.
Here comes Lucky Luke.
From Lucky Luke. Yep, Colin is moving the needles, as
The
Keith
current
says.
2-1 favorite walks
I
up
think with
in.
a try here,
Giacometti's
I'd like 7 with
third.
135. Key the 7
Well-
with the 135.
Colin, you know who's running this weekend? Is Illuminaire.
Next up, drop a
Oh, yeah?
caribou.
He won on Belmont weekend at
Just
Saratoga.
load.
Coming
I
back.
forget.
High rise in the peg. And now just waiting
Victor's
on
got
ticket
exact the
adjustment.
7 with 145. Good luck, Victor.
No one likes the 6, huh?
All right. Good luck.
They're all in. They're at the post. And they're off. From the middle of the track, that's Giacometti. Showing some early speed on the inside. Lucky Luke. 3 wide, big investment. Makes it a trio in the battle. Settled in behind. That's Drop a Caribou Gold Special. And Yola and your trailer. High rise in the peg. About a dozen off of it. 23-3 the opening quarter. And it's Lucky
Little
Luke
faster.
and big
Yeah.
investment.
Than what we've been
These
seeing.
two look at
Mhm.
each other in the eye. 3 lengths in front of Yola. In between horses, Gold Special. Then Drop a Caribou. Dropping back Giacometti. And High Rise in the peg showing life. 46-1.
46-1.
They're flying. This 2 is not giving up either.
No.
This 6 is going to get up for a
On the
place.
far outside, here comes Gold
Mm-mm.
Special to the far
Maybe
a
outside.
shove.
High rise in the peg, a 16th of a mile. Lucky Luke, Gold Special, one last try. Lucky Luke's gonna take it. Gold
2, 3,
Special,
6,
second
7.
best. Third's gonna go to High rise in the peg.
Jen
And
loved this
fourth,
too.
it's a
Good
big
job, Jen.
investment.
Good job.
Good job, Jen.
Yeah, I did not see this one. Great
So
pick.
now we know our answer about Drop a Caribou. He needs to get out of. Someone needs to claim him out of Elton Dickey's barn because he's not running for him at all.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Hmm.
He is not liking that.
Which could be
barn
why they
at
put the
all.
blinkers on him.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Hey, Jen, hey, you know what, Jen? Never do. If you were the one who picked them and you won, you get credit for it. You know, they didn't make you play it; you played it, so you won. So you get credit. Good call. A couple of people had by the way, in here had the 2 as their win place in the show. Try to find out to give them credit here. A couple of people love that too. Let's find it. Barry had a cross on the 2.
Well
Good
done.
job. Fantastic. Got bet down. And someone else. Faith. You see, like the 2 Lucky Luke to win in place in show. So good job, guys.
Yeah,
on
fantastic.
That. Excellent job. And she got bet down. She was at like 12, 13 to 1 at one point. Dennis, the poor girl is not feeling good, and you're going. If anyone is going after her grammar, Dennis, that is an absolute oxymoron right there. That is called painting the kettle black right there. Hello.
He can't spell hello.
Yeah, he can't spell hello, Jen, but he's going after you for your English. Unbelievable. He spends too much time in his oil fields out there. By the way, tonight, just to let you know, just tonight, in race 5 tonight, Dennis Trusty, right? His oil percentage just in one of his fields just went up 40%, 35% off all any losing bets. Dennis _Trusty, just send it to him. 35% off all losing bets in race 5. Just for tonight. True team player. Lucky Luke, 5 to 1. That horse at one time was like 12, 13, 14 to 1. So somebody liked it late. Jockey's very happy.
Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner of the Renee Gray Eyes race. That's number 2, Lucky Luke. Lucky Luke is a big gelding, 6 years old, by Super Speedy. Out of the mare Still Searching by Seeking the Best. Owned by Don Sandoval, trained by Lee Delaron, and ridden to victory by Siobhan Bell.
Siobhan Bell.
Bell. All right. We'll get on track eventually.
Yeah, we will. All we need is one.
Exactly.
Wow, the 2 was a $500 horse and stable duel. Whoa.
Yeah, that's a great pick if you had that one, especially in stable duel.
Yeah.
I went with Drop a Caribou in here, and that didn't work out.
No, me too. That was not a great pick.
Nah.
Crazy.
Gonna need things to change for me here.
All right, now you ready for this? I'm doing just a $1 pick 3 here, right? Antonio. I'm putting that out there right now. Colin,
I see nothing's changed since the last time I was on the stream.
Right, no, but you know what though, Colin? He skipped races 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Which he usually doesn't do, which meant he must think that the back half of the program is more solid, right?
Sure.
See? So that is what I'm doing. I'm doing $1 pick 3.
I'm going through. I'm looking at this race here. Let me share my screen because you guys had Bat on a few weeks ago, and it's something that you guys have said on here. And that is Wendy Anderson first off of a layoff, right? So you guys, I think it was Matt and you guys had all said, Wendy usually first off the layoff isn't as strong, needs a race, right? And then maybe second time she's better. So I've been using race lens, and the great thing that you can do is run some of these stats and these ideas that I hear to see, does the data back up the thought process that you might have that Wendy is maybe better first off the layoff or better second off the layoff. So Wendy Anderson first off the layoff at Assiniboia Downs over the last, let's go 4 years, 13% win percentage, negative 21 ROI. So that fits, right? We said that first off the layoff generally she's a little bit better. So I went back and then I said, well, let's see how she does second off the layoff. And you can already see it's going to be bad news because it highlights it red if it's a negative. And so second off the layoff over the same 4-year time period is only 9% win percentage with a negative 65 ROI. So obviously there's a lot of ways you can split into that data, but that was just quick. I think that was 2 weeks ago. You guys had Matt on, and that was what you guys had said. And so I ran it to see, and now I see what's great here is that it'll give you a little highlight that you have a Wendy Anderson first off of the layoff of more than 45 days here on the number 4, who's the morning line 2-1 favorite, who's taken some drops, right? Was running at claiming 12.5, allowance 18K, running against horses here that are claimers for 3,500, 7,000. So although the drop looks pretty big and you're getting Bino and Wendy, who overall are very positive, these two together hitting at 38%. But there was a vet scratch on May 21st, and now you're getting this horse first off the layoff. So interested to hear if when you guys went through your handicapping was number 4, Otter Pop, a horse that you guys have landed on. Are you using the 4 here, Tim?
No.
No. Okay. For that reason, for the layoff?
That was part of it, but yes, I did not like the 4 in here at all coming off the layoff. So, but I ended up on a couple of other horses in here for a couple of different reasons. But the 6 horse in here, Lipstick Lady, this was the horse that I had the strongest opinion on for the day. So over the last couple of weeks, that's been a pretty good angle for me. My strongest opinion of the night has done pretty well. So, but I'm gonna continue to play that horse on top. And then I had a couple that I liked underneath here. You know, Speed has been holding pretty well here. So underneath the 6, the 5 horse Dawn at Last is another one that I think really has an opportunity to finish underneath that one. But I just absolutely love the 6 in here.
Jessica, I saw you shaking your head no.
Yeah, I liked the 6 as well in here on top, and I also did not like the 4. I thought the drop was a little curious because the horse had issues in that last race and then was a winner, and then now seeing that vet scratch on the 15th where he was entered at the allowance level was a vet scratch, and now you can get him for 4,000, get her for 4,000. That's suspicious to me. A drop off of a vet scratch is not a sign that you want to see from a horse. So I wasn't interested in the 4 at all. Underneath, I did think the 1 was a little bit interesting. Not a win play necessarily, but the horse is 9 for 11 at the distance. Had a, first race off the layoff, is now coming back, has a bullet work since that race. Second time Assiniboia. I've mentioned before, I like horses that are trying to find their level at Assiniboia. So second time Assiniboia, goes back to the $4,000 level, which was where she was at last at Penn National. So I thought that the 1 underneath was a horse worth looking at, but I also felt like the 6 was a pretty easy, clear top pick in here. And then I liked the 2 a little bit underneath as well. Sean?
Yeah, interesting that neither Kurt nor Stretch uses the 6, which I find interesting. Yeah. But I was definitely on the 6 here. I thought this horse looked like Antonio's been riding this horse well. It's fit in the right spot. It's on a good roll, as you said, Jess, earlier. When a horse is winning, what? Why not keep going with it? And I just thought he was the stronger one in this one. The 6 was in the first. I had the 5 second and the 4 third. So 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, absolutely. So it sounds like we're gonna have to find a way to capitalize on the 6 in here for our official
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
See, actually, looking the outside, 12-1 on the 7 feels a little bit high.
Yeah.
For a horse that has some speed, is taking a little bit of a step up in class, but was a winner at the $3,000 level
Yeah. No, I
last
agree with
time,
that.
and that $3,000 win doesn't count against her for that non-winners of 4 or non-winners since January 8th, which is an angle that pops up on a lot of these in here. That they have
Right,
that
yeah.
winner win for 3,000 that doesn't count at the $4,000 level for eligibility. So
Interesting that Stretch and Kurt like your one, who is 0 for the last 18. But you know what I'm saying? But they like him 1 in first and second. I mean, you know?
yeah, I mean, I thought we would get like 10-1 on this horse. 6-1 is feeling a little bit on the short side. You know, she's a 9-year-old mare. You're not going to find something new.
Yeah.
Necessarily, but is coming out of that Kate's Princess race. So that beaten 13 1/4, you have to take into account that Kate's Princess won that race by 7. So I think that was a better race than it necessarily looked. But having said that, you know, you could probably expect maybe a little bit improvement, like on numbers, that makes her competitive. But I didn't think this horse was a win candidate. I thought this was a horse that you could use underneath 2nd or 3rd. I threw her in in stable duel as a 20-1 shot that I thought could earn some points at least. But I mean, you know, at the current prices, I think the 7 makes a lot more sense than the 1.
Yeah, 13-1, the 7 is an interesting price.
Mm-hmm.
Colin, who did you like here?
I think I've landed on the 5.
5.
I think
Okay, yeah.
5.
You're a Stretch.
Running
Yeah.
the Third Paradise, and then moved up to Assiniboia Downs and is claimed for a hot barn. And the class rating on the races this horse has been in are just much higher than the rest, aside from the 4, but we've already talked about the 4. Are much higher. So I actually was also interested in a little bit in this 1 as well. So I would say 5 on top for me. You know, my concerns with the 6 were, yes, there's the 2 victories, the last 2 races, but those are at claiming 3,000, and the 5 is coming out of claiming 8,000, 7,500. So to me, it's a drop with the 5. Who hopefully just needed to get acclimated to Assiniboia Downs, and maybe you know, the jockey here hasn't been great. This year I'm not as familiar with this. Remember last year we knew all the jockeys every race.
Mm-hmm.
This one's there's some new names up here that I'm still getting used to.
Yeah. Well, you've lost Carreno, who was a big piece of the puzzle last year. You lost Abley, who's doing fantastic over at Woodbine. So those are 2 of the big winners, especially towards the end, that have both left. That's definitely making an impact.
I just don't know if 5 likes the dirt. Might have he was better on the poly, and that maybe is where should have stayed. Although not at Golden Gate.
That 1 race for 4,000 at Turf Paradise, I feel like could win this.
Yeah.
And actually had a little bit of trouble in there, it looks like. So I feel like that's the kind of the race you're hoping you're getting from the 5.
Yeah. You can tell tonight the betting public up there is really confused. Like 8-1, 4-1, 8-1, 5-2, 4-1, 5-2. This is like a Woodbine board, you know?
Right. Again, yeah, there are a lot of these tonight.
Yeah, and kudos to the racing secretary. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself, because these are not easy races to dissect.
Not at all. As proven by our record on the night so far.
Yeah, exactly. We won how many weeks in a row? And then, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to amend that a little bit. 561.
561. Okay. Yeah, this race is a very tough one. Exactly. Todd's getting excited
There
for the
doesn't
last.
seem to be a lot of necessarily early speed, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the 6 is the only one that's shown. I guess the 7 as well. So the 6 and the 7 are going to be out front, and then these low level claiming races, that's a better place to be than closer.
I've got 4 of them as front running speed.
So 6, 7, and who else?
2, 3, 6,
2
7.
and 3. Yeah, I also had the 2 and 3 as being pressers. I had them as speed stalk types who probably aren't as fast early as the 6 and 7, but might be trying.
Barry C is keying the 6 with the 2, 3, 5. Good luck, Barry. Bobby D's got an exacta box 1, 2, 3. What else do we got here? We got Todd's got a 3, 4, 6, 7 try box.
I will say this. I was wanting to completely fade the 4. I did not like the 4 at all. And a couple of things that Jessica said as well. I thought that as well, looking at it, and I wanted to fade the 4, but the 4
since Colin brought him
so
up,
good.
pick the 4.
The 4 looks so good in the paddock. What's that?
But since Colin led off with how bad the 4 is, Tim is now picking the 4.
No, it's not that. I said that right off the bat. I did not like the 4, but I just like how the 4 looks in the paddock, and I still think I'm going to fade the horse. But
Does it seem like the 6 will have the most early speed?
I think the
like I said,
7.
I've got the 6 as being my strongest opinion of the night. I love the 6 on top, and for me it was like straight 6, 5 exacta. I like the 5 that much for second.
There we go.
Now behind those, the one you guys mentioned, I like the 2 a lot in here.
I like the 2.
I could make a case for the 3, the 4, the 7. So for third, it gets dicey, but I really I really like 6, 5.
I wonder if something's going on up there. Why the horse is still in the paddock with 1 minute to go, race
and we're
5.
already behind.
Yeah, they're already behind. Yeah. And they want to get to happy hour with the $5 beers and the sodas and the,
Right.
I don't even see the jockeys in the paddock.
Yeah, no.
No, exactly.
They're watching the stream.
Right.
Jen's doing a try with 2, 7, with 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, with 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. The jockey training combo for the 4 wins at 36%. Will be interesting off such a long layout. Yeah. Good luck, Jen. Absolutely.
Best of luck.
I mean,
We should go
everything
6
on paper looks good on the 4. Why is the 4 at this level? It's the lowest I've ever been.
That's what scares me. It just feels suspicious.
It does.
And especially after seeing that he was a vet scratch out of an allowance.
Exactly.
And now comes not even the 5, the 75 level, down to 4. I mean, they could be going for that, haven't won a race in January 8th and is also eligible for the non-winners of 4 lifetime.
Yeah.
But still. Yeah, I'm just suspicious.
Dan is saying that we should have a fan of the night like Assiniboia does.
We used to. Remember, we used to do comment of the night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So whoever can make us laugh the hardest.
Right.
Jen, Jen, this is Colin. This is tough for Jen. Jen is being a team player here and handicapping races with us, even though there's no Ocho in these races. You know, she did excellent today with the Ocho, which is good, but
Makes it easier because you're not going to just always pick the 8.
Yeah, really curious about what's going on here in the paddock.
So we go 6-5 over the 1-2-4 for the try. Ice cold. How's that, Tim? That plays your strongest opinion. I think we all
Yeah, I
had the
think we're
5
all on
or
board with the 6. And
5
yeah,
or 6, 1 or 2. I personally would go 5-6 over 1-2-4, but that's okay. It's your strongest opinion of the night.
I mean, you can play them both ways if that's what you want to do. I'm okay.
No pressure.
Frank says the 4 clipped heels last race. Maybe he's a bit hurt, and they want him to get claimed.
that's kind of, I'm like,
Yep.
one.
I thought exactly.
Victor is nominating himself for fan of the night tonight for his funniest post.
Which is his picks because they're hysterical.
I like that.
Bobby D, as is one of the jockeys, must still be in the hot box.
Right.
This is crazy.
What
Yeah,
are we doing?
I'll jump on
Is it
Twitter.
bad weather again?
Right? I'm like, there's no lightning this time.
Right? Are the jockeys refusing? Is the track or something? I mean, we've had horses going all over the course tonight, but
Right.
I like it, Jen. Jen is not a myth, just a legend.
love it.
I love that.
Yes. That is why we love Jen.
Let's see here. Last post was 7 minutes ago. Tickets for race 7.
Let me turn on
Or
the
for race
volume,
5.
see if we got something going, you know?
Yeah.
If we can get something. Oh, the valets are there again. They were there last time when they were.
Here they
Oh,
come.
no, here come the jockeys.
All right. Yeah, they're waiting for Antonio Whitehall.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
prima
Whitehall
donna
just got here.
texted Sean. Texting Sean.
Yeah,
Played my
he
ice
was.
cold. Pick 3.
I was giving them instructions on how to ride the next 3 winners.
They had to get Antonio out of the bar.
Right. No, we all know what he was doing before he got here, right? He was visiting Anna, cause Anna. Exactly. That's what he's doing. And she is back at 7 furlongs now where she belongs. Exactly. No more of these short races.
Barry says it's Jimson Wheat o'clock.
Attaboy.
Coming up on
Yeah.
post time for race 6.
That was a new one. Exactly. The jockey getting disqualified because of the wrong weight.
Oh, I saw that. That's a
And the claim was voided, you know?
that's just a kick in the teeth to the connections. Because
Yeah,
the racing office missed part of the eligibility.
Like they put the weight on the horse. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. So now you don't get your purse money, you don't get your claiming money. Also, you have to take care of the horse now until the horse is ready to run again because the horse has now run a race.
Right.
That's I'm
double slap.
very mad
That's
on
a
behalf
double
of the
slap.
connections of that horse because
Yeah.
I'd be livid.
Yeah. All right, now we got jockeys, but now
So let's get them on the horses.
Yeah, do we have is there like a electric problem or something or?
Right? Their Twitter hasn't updated with anything.
No.
I was hoping maybe they'd say something, but
You know what? Zach, it's interesting. I've always wondered in a small jockey colony like this, right? Is like in the last, I bet some horses get scratched because if you needed a rider change, there's always that one emergency jockey the track always has. But you know what I'm saying? But like, what if the emergency jockey is used and then you don't have another? Yeah, you can have to scratch the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not a big
Sure,
jockey.
there's got to be
colony.
somebody hanging around for every race, but.
Now this is betting the 3 because the trainer of the 3 is giving serious instructions to the jockey of the 3. Okay.
Either that or they're also sitting there like, what's the holdup? Why haven't they called the riders up yet?
They didn't call me. What?
They're waiting for you to give the call.
Right.
Riders up.
Riders up.
You think they tell us what's going on here?
Right. A 2 is a tiny little filly. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Big bad Leroy Brown mare. All right, we're bringing horses into the stalls. This is a good sign.
Yeah.
Step in the right direction.
Did we pick a bet? Did we decide?
Were we doing 6 with the 5 with the 1, 2, 4
For a try?
for a try?
$2, right? So that would be 6. I say you go ahead and make it $10 and do 6-5 all.
Fair.
Fair.
Yeah, I could see the 7 or the 3 getting in there for third.
Yeah. 6-5 all. There you go. Oh, we're finally back on our horse.
Right?
Works for me.
Five's
5's getting a little feisty.
having some troubles over there. Yeah, cowboy. Whoa.
She's like, I've just been standing here. I thought we were schooling. And now I know we're actually going out on the track.
How much, Tim, for $1?
2, $10.
$2. All right.
Yeah, Frank said they took notes on Chucktown on how to slow down the card.
Right? All righty.
I'm surprised with all their delays, they delay it first. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like we were already slow tonight.
Yeah,
We're now approaching post time for race 6.
Yeah,
so
now we're crawling.
exactly. Feels like home.
Yeah, seriously. It's Chucktown.
Charlestown.
Yeah. Chucktown.
All right, we got horses on the track at least.
Yeah. That's good.
We'll take that.
Let's do it.
I would
See who's
personally
parked up.
spend the extra $2 on a 5-6 straight exacta just in case.
Fair.
Beer and hot dogs.
See if Jess can get this. One of my favorite families / trainers / owners is at Chucktown.
The Figgins?
Yep. Did you know the Penningtons?
No,
Pennington?
I know of like Frankie Pennington, but not personally or anything.
No, not Frank. Tish Pennington and Ray Pennington. They're owners.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
I know I've heard the names, but
Yeah. Ollie does a lot of their horses. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
He had
It's
that
just-
nice sprinter who won up at Saratoga like
Yes.
10 years ago now.
Yep.
12
Yep.
years ago maybe.
Yep.
I don't remember her name. I went to they did a little retirement ceremony for her that I went to.
Did you? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I cannot remember her name. Little chestnut filly.
Yeah. It'll come to me in a second. But all you have to say, folks, is one name in Chucktown now. Juba. Juba. exactly. My boy is killing it
He's
in Chucktown.
trying to take over from Fibersond, who's getting up
He
there.
is. He is. Yep.
Although
The
Bo
Jew-
Ridge has Redirect now, who's going to get all
Oh.
them Fibersond mares, and it's going to be very interesting. Redirect has Direct the Cat
Oh,
in his first crop, and Direct the Cat has been remarkable out at Charlestown.
was that the horse that just won by 16 lengths? She just
Yes.
dominated. Yeah. Wow.
Yes,
was
and that's
that
just what
impressive?
she's been doing.
Ooh.
And yeah, Redirect's a son of Spitestown. I think he's a half to Alternation and Higher Power. I just
Wow.
made that up. Don't
Yeah.
quote me on that. Let me look it up.
No, but that's amazing. Yeah, that horse is that won by like 16 the other
Yes.
night. It's absolute freak.
I'm correct. But yeah, and because he stands at Bow Ridge, he's going to get these Fibersond mares, and Fibersond is a half brother to Spitestown.
Yeah.
So all of these horses are going to be inbred 3x3 to Silk and Cat. So,
Wow.
which I think is going to end up being pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
Jess,
Direct
you're thinking of my girl Dance to Bristol.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yep. Dance to Bristol. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
She won the ballerina. She won the ballerina.
I have the ballerina pulling up the ballerina right now so I could look at it to remember her name. Yes, Dance to Bristol.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is exactly it.
Yeah, she was a great horse.
Barry said that. So this chat's kind of funny here. They're talking about poutine. I don't know if you guys have ever had poutine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Mitchell said it's a Canadian cheese curd dish, which is right. It's usually like fried potatoes, almost right, like French fries in a way.
Yeah.
With gravy and cheese, but then Barry throws in along with mozzarella sticks and raspberry sauce. I don't know, Barry. Are you saying that's what poutine is, or you're saying that's what would go good with poutine?
I think he's saying that is God's food. Poutine is God's food, along with mozzarella sticks and raspberry sauce.
But you eat your mozzarella sticks with raspberry sauce, or are they separate? I'm very intrigued.
I'm really intrigued. I don't know if I hate how that sounds or if it sounds really good. It's a combination that would have never occurred to me, but now I'm a little curious about it, I have to admit. Yeah, definitely intrigued.
Let us know.
I find this intriguing that the 6 is 2-1, and neither one of Kurt nor Stretch even uses them in the top 3.
Right?
Yeah, blows my mind.
This horse looked kind of like a standout to me.
Do they have like a secret bet on the 6 that like no one knows? Or what is that?
Plus, it has Antonio Whitehall.
Yeah, seriously. 9-5 now.
Yep. Now the 6 is taking over favoritism and will probably drop even more.
That was Jess, just quickly, who wrote her X-Man, Xavier Perez. They had one horse you probably definitely would remember. She was really good. If you ever watched those claiming, is it Gulfstream? Unikoi.
Yes.
She was gray. Yeah.
Yes.
That's Tish and Ray Pennington. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a hard knocker, and she'd always run huge in the Gulfstream claiming, handicap thing.
Mm-hmm.
The big gray.
Yeah.
She's now standing in California, doing well.
She's
going to be a mom soon.
Nice. And Xavier Perez with John Robb have Studley Do Right in the Sanford.
That's right. Yeah.
Exciting to see connections like that with a horse like that.
I picked that horse along with Fierceness's full brother, who's running in that race as well.
Yeah.
They seem pretty tough, those two.
Dudley Do Right. is sneaky in there. His Nyquist babies 2 for 2. Closed from 11 furlongs. But the important thing that me and Matt talked about was it's interesting that we have those races at Belmont to look back on. And Studley Do-Right has a win over the Saratoga course, which the others can't say because of that weekend. So,
I like those two. And I think the Echo Town baby I might throw in underneath, who was third in the Tremont.
Dan, Rick, Victor, Mitchell, good luck. Barry.
Bit of a slow start for Field Letters on the inside.
One post strikes its ugly head again.
Flashes some good early speed with Giddy Up Zoe. Right to her outside. 3 wide, Lipstick Lady. 4 wide is SC Angel. Settled back, watching that action. That is Otter Pop in a great position. Then it's Dawn at last, about 2 lengths, and Field Letters could see them all. Only 6 off the lead. The opening quarter,
5 needs to get going.
And it's still down the street. Debbie nursing the lead by a half a length to the outside.
23, they've gone a little quicker.
Is trying to look her in the eye, go back as they hit the head of the lane. Lipstick Lady down the street. Debbie, these 2, Otter Pop. We'll have to find more.
2 is not quitting.
Rail, but Lipstick Lady, that
come on, 6.
lead down the street. Debbie,
come on, 6.
Back on the inside. These 2 are going to be bobbing to the wire.
Lipstick Lady.
That 2 was game.
She was dead game.
Debbie, second best. Third's going to go to Otter Pop, and 4th to SC Angel.
So let's see what was it? 6-2 what?
6-2-4.
4.
Oh, Rick Johnson.
I got cheap, so I didn't have the try, but that's all right.
The stewards have requested a photograph to determine the winning horse.
Rick Johnson had the right here. I think he had 6-2-4-5. Nice job.
Nice.
1 minute. Time for the
6-2-4-7. Oh, there you go.
6 and 4.
Yeah, I bet 1-2-5 with 1-2-5, so needed needed that 4 to run out.
Done. My $1 pick 3 Whitehall, I think is still alive.
Yeah, I got one of those that I singled the 6.
Neil shocked the world. Good job, Neil. Fantastic. Mitchell, 6-2-4-7. Yeah.
Yeah, had a little heart skip a beat moment there, Dennis. With the stewards have posted no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We don't need any more inquiries, delays.
Results of the photo show the
Lipstick
number 6,
Lady.
Lipstick Lady. Second goes to number 2, Down the Street Debbie.
Down the Street Debbie ran a huge race.
She ran huge. 7-1 on that horse.
Yeah. Otter Pop, a nice Collins horse, third. Yeah, Tim's best bet of the night usually does not run bad at all at this track. He's got like 89%.
What sucks is the 2 was my third pick. I had 6-5-2, but the 5 didn't run at all.
No.
Yeah.
No. Exactly.
That was definitely hittable.
I did back it up with the 6-2, so I do have the try, but I didn't want to say that out loud.
And give him credit. Give Antonio credit. As Frank said, the jet landed 15 minutes. They held the race up. He ran through the thing, put his Superman cape on, got up on the horse and wins, fresh off the jet. That's why no race in the first 4 races.
Right, and then they had to hold it and wait for him.
Nice job, Dan. Way to go, bud. Exact and try. Well done.
Nice.
But nice exactness tonight, even with the favorites on top.
Yeah, that would have been all right.
Wow, try was 134. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Right.
Dario
Exactly.
Dolly Rimper that's not one jockey I really know much about, that Dally Rimper. So I don't really know, like when he gets in there,
Mm-hmm.
hell of a ride there. He was more than giving Antonio
Oh,
the
yeah.
business on that one, I don't know why this thing's doing that, but
All right, I think it's sleepy time, pick time for you guys.
sleepy time, pick time for Colin.
Pick me.
Yeah. I volunteer.
Their 46-minute delay on the last race ended my chances of seeing both the last two
Right.
races. Jessica, you all okay from the hurricane? Is that near you?
Oh, yes. No, not at all. San Antonio barely got a drizzle.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in Houston.
Nah, San Antonio.
Yeah.
It went up and turned away from us.
And
So
the interesting thing was I was looking at the track of this thing because it's coming up towards us here on Tuesday. And then by Thursday, it's supposed to hit Saratoga.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday are
just
going to
in
be wet.
time.
Toronto's supposed to get like the direct hit. They're gonna get tons of rain.
We could have used the rain.
They're on the poly track. I mean, so it really doesn't, but it won't be a fun day to be there, My friends, it's like the boy that cried wolf. They were there Saturday, right, to shoot Emma breaking the record. Then they were there Sunday for Emma to break the record. Now they have to go back on Thursday for Emma to try to break the record.
So what we got in this next one?
Race 6.
He's a horse I remember from last year.
Old Sugar Daddy Jack.
Was he a sleepy pick?
I think he was the original.
He was
the original one. I was just going to say he was the original, right? Yeah.
He was the first one that broke it and won it. I think it was
Yes.
August 14th race there on the past performances, which makes sense because I went about a month maybe. Sleepy time picks fading favorites that didn't run, and then this horse broke it.
And then they just started winning every week.
No, they only won twice. We'll have to watch. I should be watching. I shouldn't be looking at PPs. Who'd you like here, Jess?
A little bit tough to me.
Did we lose again? Sometimes she freezes up.
Who'd you like, Tim?
This race is absolutely wide open, in my opinion. I think that this is another one of those races to where you could make a case for almost anyone in here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a case for almost anyone. And I'm going to go to the 5, Thirsty Baby.
Yeah.
DeMario Bino for Wendy Anderson. This is not first or second off a layoff, Colin. This is 4th.
All right. We're clear.
But the horse has been going. He went 5.5, and then he went to 6 furlongs, and now they're going 7.5, which is what I think this horse wants. Even though he has not run the distance yet, I think this horse wants a little bit more distance. I like Bino getting up for Anderson, and I think this is a horse that you have to consider. I think he's going to be the closer in here, and typically in these 2-turn races at Assiniboia, speed breaks down and the closers are coming late. So I think that he's got the best closing kick, and I like him a lot in here. But of the horses that are going to be out early, the 7, who is most likely going to be your favorite, It's hard to go against Antonio Whitehall in this horse, but I'm going to hope that there's enough of a speed duel and a breakdown to where the horse can get nipped by Thirsty Baby. But just to be sure, my play in here was a 7-5 exacta box is what I wrote down.
I'm the same exact thing. 7 and 5 with the 1/3.
That's exactly the horse I had next as well there, Sean.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah. And to me, I've always said this too. I really believe that Antonio is the best 7 furlong jockey up there by far. I think at times at 5, 6 furlongs, sometimes a little bit too short for him, but in the 7 furlongs races, he just seems to just absolutely excel. And that could be because Wendy Anderson and all those people too. That does help when you have the horses, but he's just so good around 7 furlong.
By
Concur.
default, the 1 and the 3 can't be the sleepy time pick. They're already out doing their warm ups. Like the early bird gets the worm.
Yeah.
They're already got a couple laps in there in the paddock before everybody
They
else.
do.
So
Yeah.
ears are perked on the 1. 1's looking good. 2's definitely in contention. He's got a whole crowd around him trying to.
2 got the whole crowd saying, "Wake up, dude!
Wake up!" The woman in yellow looks concerned. She's looking to make sure I'm not looking. The guy's underneath the horse. 2 is front runner in the.
Oh, he heard now because he's kicking now. He's like, "Oh no, guys, I gotta get out of here."
I think it's between the 2 and the 6. The 6 looked pretty sleepy when he was in there too. But
Jack might just be a sleepy type of horse.
I think the 2 is a winner.
Well, 2 has proven me wrong in the past, right? So I got to be careful with picking Sugar Daddy Jack as the sleepy time pick.
Yeah.
While we're sitting here, I did run Wendy Anderson 3rd off the layoff, just out of curiosity. Yeah. So even though this horse is 4th, I was curious to see how she does 3rd off the layoff.
Her entire barn, though, and Sean will tell you this is true, her entire barn typically does better late in the meet at Assiniboia.
Yeah.
Well, my top pick is Wendy Anderson 3rd off the layoff, so I'm curious to see what.
All right. 5 is given the old
All right, here we go.
Toro running the Spanish Toro there for the 5. So Thirsty Baby's definitely not a sleepy time pick.
No, that was the horse I liked.
You're in the clear.
Okay, now here's a interesting pick here. Everybody's wearing jeans 6 through 1, but the 2 guys that are saddling the 7 are wearing pants, which means they may think they're getting their picture taken.
I was a little bit against the 7 in here first time against winners.
Yeah.
2 still in the stall. I'm sorry, Sugar Daddy Jack. You're making a case to be the pick again.
Bobby has 7-1 with 5-3-4. Neil will be right back.
The 7 just continues to improve each time out. Speed figures going north. That last one was a pretty good jump. I think is going to love the 2-turn stretch out. So it's hard. It's hard to pick against that horse, but I'm going to try to beat him with the 5, but throw it both ways just to be sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 4-3-5 in here.
2 sleepy time pick. There you go.
The 2 is the sleepy time pick?
2 is the sleepy time. There's no way this horse can be called the sleepy time pick twice and upset me. So, I mean, look at him. Head down, does not want to be there.
That's
today.
it. I'm betting the 2.
We're going. Our bankroll is $52, 15 across in the 2. There you go.
I am the male version of Maggie Wolfendale, so you bet that 2 with your own risk.
Actually, Sean, I updated that. It's 42. I had not pulled the 10 off.
42. Okay. Oops.
But
20 to win
we got
place in the
42 for these last two races. It's time to come back.
Yep. And the low double, to no surprise, is the 7. Who, if he goes off at 7-2, is definitely worth a I'm saying a bet on at 7-2. I don't think he'll go off at that, but Kurt's putting 40 to place in the 1.
The 1.
Stretch is putting 30 to place in the 3. So clearly they must think some horse is going to beat them for both of them to go place on the 1 and the 3.
1 has some nice 2-turn races to go back to for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it, Frank. And you are correct. I would agree. Frank's using my non-winner.
Yeah, no, that's a fabulous series. That works, you know.
It really does. And
Tell me what it is again, so maybe I can write. Maybe I can run this somehow.
So on a non-winners of 2 race, and it's hard. I don't know how it would do it. I go back and I look who had the best maiden win.
Yeah, what field was the strongest?
Regardless, so is it would the maiden win have been the previous race to the non?
Well, they're all non-winners of 2, so their only win for every horse is their maiden win. So I go back and I look at who had the best maiden win, and
yeah. So Colin, if one won like a maiden special weight 80,000, and the rest of one only like maiden 20, or like a claiming race, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to Tim, that horse stands out because he beat better horses in that race.
Now, is that when you say better race? Do you is that predicated definitely on the amount of the purse or the speed figure?
so I kind of look at both class primarily. You know, which was the best class race
By purse.
the best conditions. Yes,
Yeah,
I think I can.
highest condition race.
Tyler's going
Mine's-
18 to win in place and show on the Baldry, Bino, and Ballroom. This is going for the bees.
The BBB.
That's any try.
Rodney likes the 5 win in place, dropping in class. 350 people joining us tonight. Thank you to everybody,
Thank you all.
as always, for joining us.
How
We
many
need to
people?
figure out
350.
where.
Love to see it. Love to see it. See it.
Please, if you press that like button and subscribe, we've got some fabulous stuff always coming out.
Hey, we haven't mentioned it tonight. If you're looking at the ticker on the bottom of the screen there, it not only shows our bankroll, but after that, it shows the payhip.com/trusttheprofits. That is where you can sign up for the premium membership to the Trust the Profits information. And it guarantees at least, I believe it's 3, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean or Colin, I believe it's at least 3. And typically it's about 1 a day, the tip sheets that they put out that the formula runs, and sometimes even more than that, but really do pretty well. I would definitely get into that before we get into Saratoga, as I think that the sheets have been running pretty well up there as well.
Yeah.
Does the last race that they ran have to be the race that they won, or could it just
No.
And most of the time, it's not the last race. It's
Okay.
like whatever race they won, because they've all got 1 win. You got to go back and sometimes that's the difference, Colin, as well, as to where you look and you'll have a horse that's run 20 races and he's only got 1, and maybe it took him 15 to get there, and then you have somebody that's got less, and you know the win just looks better against the rest of the field. So they all have 1 win, and you just look at the race that they got their win in.
And speaking of this being a non-winners of 1, I'm trying to find in the condition book why some of these horses are eligible for this race. The only thing I can come up with is that maybe state restricted races don't count because the 1, 2, and 4 are all winners of at least 2.
So maybe the stake, yeah, you may be right. Maybe the
Yeah,
stake
you're right.
ones may not count.
And I was wondering why I didn't pull that angle on this race because I didn't have it down. So you're right that there are horses with more than one win in here.
And that's the only thing I can come up with because I mean Sugar Daddy Jack has a win for 40,000. Now wins that I did generally a rule in at Assiniboia is wins for 3,000 or less are not considered an eligibility.
Yeah.
But in this case,
because it's conditional here. That's exactly why. Because it's conditional, that it doesn't apply. So you're absolutely right. And I was wondering why he pulled it up, and I was like, why did I not do that? Because it didn't apply. That's exactly why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are too many horses who had won more races, which was part of why I was against the 7 in here. I just don't necessarily trust it. The number wasn't all that flashy compared to some of the others in here, at least on the buyer scale. And I don't necessarily care for, going from the 19,000 maiden into the allowance 18 against winners. I feel like that's a bigger jump than it looks like on purse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely a huge step up, which is why I'm trying to beat that horse with the 5. I totally agree.
Yeah, I like the 5.
I do love a good maiden, though. The numbers keep going up. You know what I'm saying? That they keep improving.
Yeah, yes. And this is a 3-year-old, so there's room to grow for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Compared to some of these others.
I love that when you see 3 straight races, especially when they're the first 3 and the only 3, and they're continuing to improve. And the last one was a pretty big jump, like that one was. So definitely love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Frank, I'll tell you, that angle has worked for me a whole lot. And even here on the live stream, on a lot of our lounge bets, we've brought that angle and won at least a few. So, but I do very well with that angle when it's non-winners of 2 and everybody has only the 1 win. So it just really is something that I go back to.
It's always an allowance race, right?
No.
Maiden.
Whenever it's a non-winners of 2.
Right.
Yeah, the condition, which can be a claiming race as well.
Not just allowance. Okay.
Right.
What's our bet?
Yeah, what's our bet here?
What is our bet?
I'm not calling this one.
Okay. What did we like? We like Jess. Who did you like here?
4-3-5.
4-3-5.
So it sounds like everyone's kind of on the 5.
Tim and I were 7-5, right?
I was 5-7-1.
5-7-1. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So do you want to do like a key box with the 7?
I don't want to key the 7.
Oh, you don't want to key the 7. You got okay.
No, I would rather key the 5 than the 7.
The 5. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Or just bet the 5 straight. I mean, if that 7-1 holds.
Yeah. Frank's going 10 to win a place in the 3.
I like that.
4, 3rd off the layoff, improving buyers. Yeah.
That's I'd be all right including the 7, but I don't want to bank on the 7. I think the 7's a bad favorite.
Well, we could do like an exacta box with 4 horses or something like that.
Yeah, I think we key the 5 since that sounds like the horse that we're all kind of on.
Key the 5, yeah. Key the 5. That's fine. Yeah.
5.
Exactly, key box 5 with. Who are we with?
Definitely the 4.
1, 4, 3, 4, 7.
I like it.
5 with 3, 4, 7. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Let
I'm
me
in.
just take this off just for 1 second here. Sorry, guys. You're
So
right back.
we'll do it for $2 and that'll make it a $12 wager.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
$2 exact key box, 347. There you have the Profits official bet. $2 exact key box. I didn't put it.
No,
I forgot the 5 with the 347. We'll fix that.
Yeah.
timeout. Penalty box.
Sorry about my internet tonight, guys.
No worries.
Hopefully I can have that fixed. I just need to
There we go. Now we got it right.
Yeah. There you go.
make a Windows.
5 has been bet down late.
Do an ice cold super 5. 7, 1, 5, 2.
Who was the sleepy pick?
2.
2.
7, 1, 5, 2, 6. Ice cold. No handicapping.
If
And they're off.
do we need
McEwen wants the front end and is going to get it by 2.
There you go,
I Love
Antonio.
My Life settled in second with Valen defense.
Oh, 7-5. There you
On
go.
the outside in third. Settled right in behind. Thirsty Baby. And then Lucky Appeal. Hugging the rail.
Money
is
5.
Green Amazon and your early trailer.
Well, this is what we said, though, that the 5 was going to be your closer. So good closing position.
Nursed on the front end.
Yeah, I really thought the 1 or the 3 would kind of go with the 7.
I did as well.
This is not what I expected to see. So this 7 might be gone. I might have been just completely wrong about not trying to beat this horse.
They're closing the gap, though.
Yeah.
My 4.
Here comes the 5. though. Here he comes.
Yeah, here comes the 5. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Thirsty Baby.
49 seconds.
Come on, Thirsty.
Please get up second.
Control in the front end and still with horse as Antonio
Got work to do, though.
looks in behind.
Come on,
and
5.
hits the head of the lane.
Come on,
with the
5.
lead by
Going backwards.
3.
He's
On
done.
the inside, I Love My Life. Valid defense is going to
7, 1, 5, 2, 6.
But McEwen is now
7-4-3.
5.
It's going to be 7-4-3.
Totally in control. It's all going to be McEwen.
That was my bad for being so against the 7.
It's going to be Valid defense in second. Green Amazon in third. Fourth, I Love My Life.
He was the low double, too.
Ended up just being much the best there.
And Lucky Appeal.
Antonio gets off the plane, hates the first 4 races. They hold it up 15 minutes for him, and he gets the double. See, this is the type of respect he gets up there.
Good night, Sugar Daddy Jack. Thanks for coming.
Right.
Now, all I need is Anna Kazana.
Let's see it.
You played that
For the
pick
Whitehall
three.
pick 3.
Nice.
The Stewart's pulse number 7, McEwen as your race winner. A photograph.
I think I got second and third in stable duel at least.
That's not bad. That's great.
I mean, it's not going to do me any good with how my stable duel night's gone, but makes it
Chester,
feel better.
You're not going to be too happy with this. Wendy Anderson, third off the layoff at Assiniboia Downs over the last, let's do 4 years.
So that's even worse than first or second off.
Yes. Interesting. I'll have to do
Good
this
to
by
know.
time. Like Tim said, she's better in the second half of the meet, so maybe that's where we have to.
Yeah, I don't
Can you
think
do,
it's
like,
necessarily
dates?
the X off of a layoff as much as like the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you search like the trainer between like X and Y dates?
Let's see.
See if there's a difference between like May through the end of June versus July, August.
That 5 was
5
disappointing.
was greatly disappointing there. I expected-
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if we could have got that 5 up for second,
Yeah.
that would have been nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really did believe that. By the way, I know people think what do you call it? When I saw Antonio not in the first 4 races, I said he must think the back half is stronger than the first half. You know,
Mm-hmm.
especially with those a couple of being the maiden races. You know,
Right.
for connections he usually rides. You know,
Yeah. Seems like you're onto something. Oh, as Keith said.
I'll be right back, my friends.
All right. We have $30 for this last race to do something with.
All right. What do we do?
We got to put something together because this is unacceptable.
Right. Haven't hit all night. When was the last time that happened on a stream?
It's because I showed up.
That's exactly what I was going to say. But it's the get out race.
Not the night we were hoping for. Having a good time regardless, though. Thank you to the 359 of you hanging out and betting Assiniboia with us. Frank's with Sean on that Whitehall late pick 3. All right. Let's get home Anna Kozana. I think the distance helps her in here.
If she wins, I lose.
What's the pick 3 going to pay?
Oh, let's take a look. Pick 3 to Anna Kozana is paying $14.86 for 20 cents.
Oh, I think he paid it for $1.
Yeah, so you're doing all right.
Oh, not me, Sean.
Well, the hypothetical you, one who played that.
A hypothetical me in the first leg that nose would have gone the other way.
He's looking at $74 or so. For $1, not bad. If Anna Kozana can get it done, that is.
I will say my fake horse Celery finished second today at 28-1 in the stakes.
All right. That's fun. Is that the photo finish?
Yes, which we're not talking about. We're not talking about yet because of our
oh yeah
other issues that
Yep.
But yes, I have a free horse named Celery in the photo finish.
That's fun. Celery.
And I think he's Celery because on the last live stream you guys had a horse named
Celerity.
Celerity, yes. So I named my horse Celery.
Celery. Celerity is such a good racehorse name.
It is.
And you just have to just knock him down to Celery. Demoted from Celerity to Celery. I love it.
I'll have a Celerity in my stable as well. It's Avenue C stable, so all my horses are going to begin with a letter C.
Like it. That's fun.
Which is how I have 5 brothers, and we all begin with the letter C. Fun fact.
It was a fun fact.
They all of our names begin with 5 letters too.
I thought it was interesting.
All of our names have 5 letters. I don't think I can do what you played, Tim. I can't find a way to do that.
Frank Payne is following my Whitehall pick 3
Mm-hmm.
with Anna Kozana.
You're
Yep.
looking at $74 for your
Yeah.
for your dollar.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. Come on, and she's
9-2
back.
right now.
She's back to her long distances. She didn't belong in the shorter races.
Exactly. This is what she wants to do. I think she'll be a little bit tough. I like the 6 on top, Miss Parfait. But I think Anna Kozana makes a lot of sense stretching out here.
Thanks, Dennis. Best of luck, my friend.
Have a good
Sean,
night, Dennis.
Where is a Luminaire running?
Huh?
Where is a Luminaire running?
Luminaire is running at Saratoga either Saturday or Sunday. I'm trying to remember which day it is. I will tell you momentarily.
That's a Centennial horse.
Yes, he won on Belmont Day. He won the first race. Yeah.
I found him. Race 4 on Saturday.
On Saturday, yep. And by the way, I don't you probably remember this, Colin. Just yesterday at Woodbine, the horse that was 8-5 in that race for Josie Carroll that stumbled right at the gate and lost all chance with Javier. That ran yesterday at Woodbine and won by 6-7 lengths. So
Rolling along.
yeah. One
Papa
Josie Carroll.
Mr. Papa Giorgio won his next start out of that race too.
Yeah, so some key horses coming back. And
You guys-
who was the second horse for Morley? Colin, who was the second horse for Tommy Morley?
In that race?
Yeah, the one who came in second. He was ultra impressive, and Tommy loves him.
It's a Miracle.
Yes, It's a Miracle. Everyone put It's a Miracle in your stable duel, stable mail. You will thank me, because Tommy really loves that horse.
It's a Miracle.
Yeah, he came flying down for second and behind Luminaire. But right, that's Morley's horse, right, Colin?
Yeah, it's an odd spelling. Here it is.
Right, yeah. Yeah, how do you spell E? What is it?
ITZA.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to get that.
No, yes, but yeah.
Even Miracle's a double R and a K.
Yeah, he is ultra high on this horse.
Take a look here.
I don't know about that, Frank, but thank you.
Ooh, an Arrogate colt.
Yeah.
It spent $575,000 on him.
Mm-hmm.
Add that to the stable.
You guys know who Mr. Papa Giorgio is? I hope so.
Papa Giorgio? Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah, that's a TV show, right?
It's a movie.
Seinfeld?
It's from a movie. Jess?
Grease?
No, not a clue.
Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma? No?
No.
I've never heard of that.
No.
Todd got it. Vegas Vacation. That is the Griswold, Rusty. They go to Vegas and Rusty gets a fake ID. And his name is Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma. Have you guys seen Vegas Vacation, I hope?
No.
I've never heard of it.
Never even heard of it.
I've never seen most movies, though, to be fair.
The Griswolds? You've seen some of the Griswold movies, I hope.
Yes, we have.
Christmas Vacation.
That is the best one of them all.
It's a personal failing of mine. I'm not cultured.
Well, that's one you have to see.
Oh, good luck here, Barry.
Yeah, good luck, Barry.
Wow, up to 20.
Good handicapping. It's been a.
Who do you need, Barry? Maybe I
He
missed
says
it.
anybody but the 5 or the 6.
All right, I'll bet them for you.
We.
Oh, yeah. He hedged it.
All right.
Bet 20.
I need you guys to help me with something in here.
Yep.
Yep.
How do any of these horses beat the 2?
Antonio Whitehall.
Not
That's
good.
how he
enough.
beats him.
Unless he's running and carrying the horse.
Yeah, right. $15 exacta box 2-7. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the 2 just goes out there.
No,
Is this a new found thought, Tim, or did you have this thought earlier when you?
No, I mean it's
because you said the best bet was that horse earlier in the race.
yeah.
But
No, I do believe that was a better wager, but I mean, this was another one. I looked at this race and I saw the 2 in here. It was just like the 7 in the last race. I thought the 7, was probably much the best, but could be beaten, and that's what I was trying to beat. But this was one. I was trying to beat the horse, but I couldn't find an angle to beat the horse in here.
yeah.
I think the angle to beat the horse is just liking other horses a little more. There's really, I mean,
I couldn't find
trying to make
anything
a
to
case
like.
against.
So that's why I say help me, because somebody give me your rationale on another horse that is going to make me say, yeah, I'll beat him with that one.
Anna Kozana stretching out. I also liked, what did I like about Miss Parfait? I wrote down Miss Parfait, but I didn't write any notes. I just like the recent speed figures on Miss Parfait. That was really it. Highest speed figure at the distance, besides Blame It on Brew, who's not in good form, was my angle on the 6.
I definitely think the 6 is going to like the extra distance.
Mm-hmm. Tough race for me to have a strong opinion in. Honestly, even on the 2. I mean, the race is at Fawner. It's hard to say how the form transfers. I mean, obviously that race behind Miss Z down the street, Debbie and May Bella, has come back quite good for Georgiano. But also couldn't get the job done as the odds-on favorite last time out.
Yeah, Jen thinks Miss Parfait is closing.
Yeah, she needs pace, and that is the one I'm not quite sure where the pace is coming from here. Aside from the 2 has a little bit. I mean, time form says the 4 would be the second quickest early. Does have that race at Fawner 5 back where she went to the lead, but doesn't really consistently do that, at least not since getting to Assiniboia.
I mean, I think the distance, Tim, that might be a question, no?
I'm not so sure. I mean, I look back at if you look at all the 6 furlongs that the horse, when the horse has those 2 back-to-back wins, I mean, the horse is closing on those and extending a lead in both of those at 6 furlongs. I don't think the distance, although it's 2 turns, although it is 2 turns, but I look at the first time the horse went a mile there that you can see on the sheet. I mean, that's not a bad line, only getting beat 2 to happy at a mile. So
well, that's a 2,500 claimer. Is that good enough?
Well,
speed figures say no. Not that I'm, married to speed figures, but if you're trying to beat the horse, that would be the argument on a buyer scale.
I think the 5's a little interesting. Took all of 2023 off, came back, but that was just a first time off the bench, 5.5 furlong sprint. So I wouldn't expect the competitiveness to be really on display there.
Right.
And
two works since that.
2 works,
which you don't see a lot at Assiniboia.
Obviously, he's got to get back to there's the question mark if as a 6-year-old going to get back to that, but
Right, especially after a year and a half off.
taking money. 12-1 morning line, 7-1 right now.
Showed a little teensy bit early before fading last out. I kind of gave that horse a little shot in that last race. I remember that race. I think I used her in Stable Duel or something as has the back class type. It drops a little bit off that.
We're going to have to ask Sean where he's going.
Nope.
He just picks that horse so he can say the name.
Right. Does make a ton of sense here.
So Tim,
Well,
you're
wait a
two.
minute, hold on a second. Who's the next horse coming up here? Hold on a second.
Wait for it.
Give us some volume.
Running up the field is number 7, Anna Kazana.
Kazana. There she is. Everyone's tired from riding the first 4 races. He's still fresh.
Two's your own top pick, Tim?
Yes, I really is.
And Jess, who's yours?
6 is my top pick.
And you're 7, Sean?
Yep. Should we just do an exacta box?
And I'm 5.
Oh, yeah.
2, 5, 6, 7. I think it's
I,
my bag.
I like the 5 a lot to get involved underneath, but do you think the 5 can win?
I would, if I had to pick between, do I think the horse can win or do I think he'd be involved? I'd lean more towards what you just said, which is involved. But I'm not as confident in the 2 as you are. I even think the 3's a little.
We haven't really touched on the 3, but
The 3 to me is really interesting because the 3 is one that I kept going back to, has a lot of 6.5 furlong races last year. And if you look at all of those 6.5 furlong races, basically in every one of them, the horses clutch at all. So if you look at every one of those and you look at now we're going 7 furlong. So that's definitely a horse that I looked at a lot. Demario Bino getting up, but here you go, Colin. Wendy Anderson, second off a layoff.
Oh, all done. Out the window. So 2, 5, 6, 7. Just how do we bet? That's the question.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Colin, I don't think you've called anything tonight, so you just decide.
Yeah.
My turn.
It's on you.
All right.
So no pressure, but our bankroll is at 30. You got $30 and you need to win at least 100.
Piece of cake. Let me get my phone so I can do the math.
Yeah. Lots of prices in here if we can beat the 2.
Yeah, I know, huh?
The two makes sense. But I feel like that one Assiniboia race isn't enough for me to say 4 to 5 on this horse.
All right, the first bet is going to be a $3 exacta.
All right.
5 over the 267.
Just run things back for a second.
Then we'll do 7 over the 256.
Same thing, $3 exacta.
Yeah, so that'll be 18. How much do we have? We have 30?
Mm-hmm.
So we get and then a $12.
$12 will let you box 3 horses in a try. There you go.
Oh, I'm thinking straight, baby.
Well, then do it. Or key 1 horse over 3 horses in a try.
No, we're going ice cold.
Call it.
2.
A $2 trifecta.
$12 trifecta.
Oh, 12. When you say ice code, you're going ice code.
Go,
Okay.
all right.
2. 7.5.
All right. Well, let's get it.
I'm a little shocked at Anna because Anna's at 8-1.
Yeah, all the money is just coming in on that too.
Or number 2. Yeah, no.
Everybody else, just whatever price you want. But
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. I got you, Frank. I'm with you.
That's like a name from Lord of the Dragon show. What is it?
Aeon, House of the Dragon,
Yeah, what's the old one though? The
Game of
original.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I can't believe I can't remember.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's actually
All of
incredibly
it?
impressive. I haven't seen House of the Dragon, but I've seen all of Game of Thrones.
Nice. I haven't seen much of House of the Dragon either. Got a little too. It's hard enough keeping track of all the other people.
Oh, I couldn't like tell you who name a single. I mean, I could name a couple characters from. I just said it, Game of Thrones, but like most of the show was me, and I binged it too. Most of the show was me like, who's the yeah, he's the guy who he were in and they're allied with and he okay, yeah, no, I'm following.
Definitely a show you should watch with closed captioning on. That is a big
Yes.
help. My wife uses closed captioning for everything, and that was a show I'm like, oh, this is actually very helpful.
Super helpful.
But watching it on a soccer game, not helpful at all. Covers the ball.
Anna.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
There we go.
Here we
Good luck
go.
to everybody. Kyle Graves.
They're all set. They're at the post.
Dan, good luck.
And they're off. From the inside, Georgiana is the first one away. Matched on the outside by Runaway A-Train. Settled in behind. That Streamer tucked in on the rail to the far outside. Anna Kazana in a good position in fourth. Another length back to Racino. Then Miss Parfait. And your early trailer will be Blame It On Brew. 25-4, the opening quarter.
Smoking.
Rather slow, and Georgiano and Runaway A-Train. Anna Kazana settled right in behind them. Streamer switched to the outside in fourth. Miss
Anna.
Parfait, and then back to Blame It On Brew and Racino. The half 49.
4. Who's this 4?
Yeah, she's slowing down.
A-Train running up.
Here comes
big
the
one.
Is it chow time?
Run.
Is it chow time?
Georgiano Streamer making a big 3-wide bid as they hit the head of the lane. Runaway A-Train, Georgiano, and Streamer is getting
There's
into it.
one on the outside.
Runaway A-Train, Georgiano takes over at the 16th pole. Runaway A-Train not giving up, but Georgiano is going to
Two did get it done, but
second best. Third gonna get Streamer, close for fourth, and
I don't think we talked about the
Anna and Miss Park.
1 or the 4 at all.
No, poor Anna.
Yeah, these are not
Too just
horses.
too fast. Sue is just too fast.
I could bet that 100 times and I'd miss it 100 times.
I'm trying to go back and looking now. I'm like, what's the angle here? On
Fabian, chow. It's chow time.
I
Can
guess.
Javian win 4-5?
The Stewarts will post to number 2, Georgiano.
No, I was hoping
As
for an
race
inquiry, then they
winner.
would take the
Second
2,
goes
4,
to
and 1
number
down.
4, Runaway Instinct. Third to number 1, Streamer. A photograph has been called to determine the 4th and 5th place finisher.
yeah, I'm like the 4 here. One try at 6.5 got beat 16 3/4. Is stepping up from 3,000 up to 4,000. Was third in the 3,000 race. I could have never had this horse. Was coming out of that Miss Z down the street Debbie Maybella race that Georgiano came out of, but got beaten 6 1/4 while finishing 9th of 9 in there.
Jen, thank you so much for joining us, my friend.
Yes, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out.
Good job, guys.
Well,
Yeah,
we did our
thank you
best.
to everybody for joining us. 370 people tonight strong.
Yeah, thank you all. This was great.
Our first
Awesome.
losing weekend.
Jen, you feel better.
Yeah,
Your friend Rodney, Frank Payne, thank you. Kyle,
Thank you all.
everybody going through. Dan, Barry, Rick Johnson, we got everybody, Todd, everybody Victor, Zach, everybody who's joined tonight. Thank you to everybody.
Barry,
We'll come back next week and make up
I
for
think
it.
Barry hit the pick 5, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Oh, there you go.
Congratulations.
170.
Miller, thank you as always.
Georgiano is a dark
A new doubling down at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Me and Matt go over the Sanford Diana Daily Double.
You make sure you subscribe.
Colin, did you give any chance to my Canadian sensation lady, Moira?
No.
Okay, I'm putting 20 to cross now. That's good.
Matt did not either. So
Oh, good.
we are Didia, baby.
Yeah, she's been so consistent. She's
And I like the 8 who came out of that same race as her, who's might be a price.
The only thing I would worry about Diddy is if there was a real a yielding church. It's not like
She's got
yielding.
some success over that too.
Yeah. So we will see.
All
So
right.
thank you to everybody.
Thank you all. And we'll see
Yeah.
you next week, and we'll redeem ourselves next week.
Yes, we will. Absolutely. And we'll see you Thursday in the cocktail lounge.
Absolutely. And subscribe to Trust the Prophet so you can check out the new episode of Doubling Down tomorrow morning.
Yes, absolutely.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everybody.